the street, smoking Indo, sipping on Crystal Goose.
Strong opener, LaValle. Strong opener.
Back. Woo-hoo. That's good. Who's got their Crystal Goose tonight? Anybody?
You really did it, huh?
Oh, man. I said I was going to do it, and damn it, I went out and bought a bottle of Goose, and here we are. I only have one, though.
He doesn't joke about that kind of thing.
Nope. I didn't even put it on the comp. I paid out of my own pocket.
That should have been a company expense. Come on.
Right,
it's a prop. It's a prop for the show.
I'll send a shot along to all of you. How's everybody doing Thursday night? We got Eric Mona back in the house.
Woo! Eric Mona back in the house.
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here.
The
Happy
doctor
to have
is real in.
That's a Charlie Brown reference.
That's a Charlie Brown reference for you youngins out there.
Walk, 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 walk.
You know, the wah-wah sound that the parents do, that was on like the Saturday morning cartoons, but not in like the seminal Charlie Brown.
Really?
The Halloween one and the Christmas one, which were the big ones. There were other ones when the parents came in, but the Saturday morning cartoon had the wah 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 wah.
So you're telling me that the trombone sound was not included in the comic strip?
I don't know what they did when the parents talked in the comic strip. It must
I
have
believe
been...
it was nothing at all. You just saw the characters' responses
Okay.
in each panel.
I was lamenting. Now I'm watching a lot more cartoons with my son now, and I'm really bummed that there's no Saturday morning cartoons. Like even if there were, I wouldn't expect them to be as good as they were in our youth. But as I started looking back, I Googled all of the old like the 80s lineup into the early 90s. And I mean, it was rock solid top to bottom. It was like the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon into Captain N, the Game Master, into Camp Candy. Remember the John Candy ran a summer camp for kids? Hey, Vern, it's me, Ernest. Do you remember that one with Jim Varney? There's a lot of good shit. Eric, you look like you're poo-pooing this.
Well, I'm just thinking of like Gilligan's Planet. You know,
I did
like
not
that.
see
So
Gilligan's Planet.
100%.
It was on every channel, though. You could bounce around. You didn't have to watch Gilligan's Planet.
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends was a great one.
Awesome, yes.
Yeah.
That's how I fell in love with the Sandman.
That was the first one I recognized. All the others, I guess I'm just I'm too young to know.
Really? What was on in your youth?
I mean, when I really remember, it was Spider-Man and X-Men, and I waited for those every week.
Spider-Man, X-Men, the real Ghostbusters.
The real Ghostbusters.
Real
definitely.
Ghostbusters was solid.
Like He-Man was in reruns by the time Matthew and I were around, but you had
Never
to
saw
like
He-Man.
Cartoon Network. Watched a lot of Hanna-Barbera on Cartoon Network growing up,
Yeah.
later into Space Ghost.
What did you think about the non-real Ghostbusters? Did you ever see that one?
Yeah, the movie. You know why that is, right?
Yeah, but isn't it ironically that the real Ghostbusters are not actually the real Ghostbusters because the fake Ghostbusters is based on an earlier Ghostbusters movie, so in fact they're the real Ghostbusters?
Well, earlier Ghostbusters cartoon, actually. And if you ever... Well, I like looked at my TV guide and I found a listing for Ghostbusters on it. It was the old cartoon, and that cartoon sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's based on an older TV show that sucked even worse.
The original Ghostbusters film that has nothing to do with the Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd,
Right.
Harold Ramis
There's a
film,
bunch.
Ivan Reitman.
You know, the guy that did the voice, I think this was on Family Guy, but I noticed this before they made this connection. But the guy that voiced Garfield, I think, was Lorenzo Music, and he also voiced the Peter
Venkman.
character
Yeah.
on Real Ghostbusters, and then Bill Murray voiced Garfield in the Garfield
Oh
movie.
wow, isn't that interesting?
Isn't that fun?
There
Was
you go.
Gargoyles a Saturday morning cartoon? Now I can't remember. No, it was
After
that was
school.
a weekday.
Stop
After
trying
school.
to fit in, Capitakaza. You're not part of our group. You're too young. They didn't have cool
Matthew-
shows when you were young.
By the way, again, I know we talk about this often, but I believe Matthew is 6 months younger than I am.
Get out of here too, Grant.
Look at him. He's leaving. He's
Oh,
scooting
no.
away. Matthew is
They
slowly
make
scooting away.
If they make closets big enough for you, go stuff yourself in one, Burger.
Leave it to a millennial to quit, Matthew. I'm one of you Gen Xers or whatever the fuck you are.
Do you remember Captain N, the Game Master? That was a good one. With
I
these,
don't
like,
remember that. I remember
Nintendo
Captain and
characters.
Tennille. No,
Anyways,
no Captain and Tennille.
anyways
Yo soy.
this is the show this week, so we're just going to talk about Saturday morning cartoons.
I know you're struggling, I think, to provide 2 hours more of content to your homebrew flashback.
Right, yeah. It was pretty much over last week. I only got about 10 minutes, so I'm vamping here. I realized, though, in bringing this up, Joe, you didn't watch cartoons as a child. You just sat there and read and got wedgies by your sisters.
No, just a lot of I Love Lucy. And other
On Saturday morning, you woke up and
no.
put on
I just don't
Love
remember what I watched. I watched Transformers and Centurions and I don't know, other stuff like that.
I watched a lot of I Love Lucy, but I don't recall ever watching it on Saturday morning.
No. I can't. I just don't remember what cartoons I watched. I have no memory for that stuff. Like, I mean, the way Skid will talk about a character that appeared in one G.I. Joe episode. It's just so, and like the celebrity that voiced it and stuff like that, absolutely mind blowing to me. I watched G.I. Joe. I couldn't tell you the name of a character in G.I. Joe, and I watched it for years.
One.
Who's
that?
Who's this?
I have no idea.
Eric's holding up a very basic figure from every season of G.I. Joe.
Phantom?
Know who I am, Joe.
I've never watched G.I. Joe, but can I guess?
Yes.
Is that Cobra Commander?
Yes.
Yes, Cobra Commander.
Nicely done. How did you
now that rings a bell. Now that really rings a bell.
I know the names of 2 G.I. Joe characters, and I was like, well, if I guess one, I have a 50% chance of getting it right.
Oh, Matthew and
no,
my
that's not true
age
at all.
difference put us in the sweet spot for a classic, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
I think you were
of
too old
course.
by the time that came
No,
out.
no,
right?
I was very into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Not
but that
you,
was
Troy and Joe.
oh
Yeah, no,
that's
I
right.
watched
I was
that.
into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah,
I would zip home from church, and it was Ren and Stimpy straight into Teenage Mutant Ninja
Oh
Turtles.
my God, what a block!
I'd be skipping coffee hour. I'd be like, can't miss the beginning of Ren and Stimpy. Solid block. Can I just say that was Hooded Cobra Commander, Matthew? I
Yeah,
want
it
you
was.
to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hooded. There are people who are just listening to this and not watching, and
God only knows what's happening in the chat right now.
I can't imagine. There must be freaking out. Like,
Actually, that is the hooded version.
It's from the 25th anniversary 2008 edition.
we probably talked about this before, but one of my favorite sort of, I think it was like a cathartic moment for me as a child was watching the G.I. Joe movie where Cobra Commander like turns into an actual snake and Roadblock is blind. It's very
It's
like
fucking
King
crazy.
Lear-esque
So
moment.
dark.
And Cobra Commander is like he's a sympathetic character for the only time in the whole series. It's unbelievable. I remember thinking like, I have never seen anything like this as a child. That's the bad guy. We're not supposed to momentarily feel bad for the bad guy. It's a cool moment.
I loved him from the start.
You loved him.
I love those villains who are all like, "Oh, don't point a gun at me," you know, and they're just like angry and cowardly.
Oh
It's
God,
around
it's the best.
time. It's like my favorite kind of just like.
It's
And
the
every
best.
every single character that guy voiced is the Starscream is the same way. They're all these craven, like the second power turns on him. Ah, I love that.
Yeah, there's a guy who's awful in Tombstone. You remember Tombstone?
Yeah.
Kurt Russell in the 90s. The guy who's the guy in Avatar, the bad guy. He's like jacked in Avatar.
Stephen Lang.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
Lang.
So yeah,
type guy.
Stephen Lang played him. I can't remember the character's name, but what an amazing, like, scurvy villain, dude. Because he's just such a bastard. And like the second, like the wheels turn on him, the slightest bit, he's like begging on his knees and crying, like, please don't hurt me. And you're just like, this guy is the worst. Like it just gets you so fired up. It's so good.
Ike Clanton.
Yes, Ike.
Clanton.
That's what it was. Run, you cur. It's so good.
Eric, do you have other games going on during this quarantine? Did you? I know you had some
No.
groups going. No.
No, I had some stuff going, but now no, nothing. This is it. That's why I'm funneling all of my game energy into the glass cannon.
Well, thank you. We appreciate
Yeah.
it. We need all the energy we can when we're dealing with guys that've never seen Gilligan's Planet.
I know. I know. Pretty sad.
I'm gonna play one on the side of my monitor as we do this. I
Okay.
think it'll really help.
That's good.
Really help your role play.
What were the there was also a bunch of those older cartoons that the Harlem Globetrotters would just make appearances in. Like I remember
Scooby-Doo,
Scooby Doo,
yeah.
but didn't they
Yeah.
have their own too?
They may have.
I think they did.
Oh my God, Gilligan's Planet looks like a crazy acid trip. They're flying through space, and okay, I can't right now. It's too much.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, they needed to take it off the island in order to make kids be interested in it.
That's exactly right.
How can we make kids interested in Gilligan? It's a hot property.
Put it in
What if?
space.
Just throwing this out there. Space. So
Have you guys ever read I think it was, I don't even, what was I don't know where it was published, but it was this great piece that came out a couple years ago. It was the pitch meeting for Wishbone, the series. Oh,
No, what was-
you
I
never
don't
saw
even know what
Wishbone?
Wishbone is. I know
Wishbone.
Oh,
Wishbone.
Wishbone is the best.
Wishbone was this amazing series. It was about a Jack Russell Terrier who read a lot of classic literature. So half of the episode would be him watching his teenage owner and his friends deal with problems, and then he would think about how they compared to stories in classic literature, and he would be the star of, like, he would be Sancho Panza and Don Quixote, and he would be, Sherlock Holmes and any Sherlock Holmes story, and he would draw parallels between them and narrate them. But he's a Jack Russell Terrier.
I like the premise, except for the fact that he's a dog.
God
That-
damn it.
Please
Troy.
read this article. It's amazing. It's them imagining that exact conversation. Be like, all right, hear me out. so you got this kid.
Well, that's as good a segue as possible to jump into this stream. When last we left our heroes, they had taken a job from a guy named Xavier. Kind of a shady job. You didn't really know what you were getting into, but you knew what you were getting into. You knew it was dirty dealings. He wanted you to go pick up something, a package from a guy that was going to meet you. He wanted you to be the runners. Take this package, run it across town, and drop it off at the drop point. So you head to the southeast part of Riddleport, where our story takes place, and you traverse the craggy rocks looking for a cave opening. You find it. You go inside. No dude, no package.
Which I believe was the exact wording of our conversation. Yo, no dude, no package.
No D, no money.
No D, no P, no money.
No dude, no package. So you see before you.
No D, no P, no money.
Yeah, the chat's going wild, you guys.
Is it?
I have no idea. I assume.
What did I say?
You're talking about DPs and anyway, go on.
Yeah,
Whoa.
really.
Whoa.
Well, hey, it's prime time. We never know what's going to happen here. We might even have fun. You look in here, and
Wouldn't
instead of
go
a
that far.
rocky grotto, it is a worked stone. The walls are still rock, but like the floor looks like it was worked a long time ago. This isn't what you were expecting. But there's nobody there. You start walking around, you get attacked by these mire nettles that were hiding out in crates full of basic weapons, basic armor, clothing mostly, all mismatched. Some bloodied, some not. You continue another direction. You set off a sound burst trap that almost deafens you for a moment. More importantly, boom, sends sound throughout the place, perhaps a warning to the other denizens of this strange dungeon. You continue forward into a large room that feels like it used to be a gathering hall, like centuries ago perhaps. The floor is cracked in several places. Whatever its original purpose was, you do not know. And as you start walking about, these creatures sobbing, tears that coat their body, tears that coat their claws that they then attack you with and trying to enact a terrible remorse on you, teleporting around the room. They come, attack you, you're able to vanquish them. You go to the north, you find a room full of dead bodies that look like they have been completely sucked dry from the inside. You go to the south, you find a laboratory of sorts, a bloodied table, books on planar travel, books on neuroanatomy, and books on, what was the other thing?
Addiction.
Addiction and the brain. You keep moving, and you come to an impasse. There is this blue wall of force that is just shimmering. You can see beyond it. Looks like there's a couple of different ways to go beyond it, maybe some sort of cave-in. You throw a rock through, and the rock just gets shredded, and parts of it end up on the other side. So you do a little more exploring. You find 2 secret rooms. One, a double bedroom of sorts. The other looks like a makeshift office. And in that office, you find a journal that has prices for something known as, which I think you've discovered by now, Faith Water, FW, prices and amounts sold and dates. And you see that whatever it is being sold, business is booming. You also find a note, and you find a password phrase that stymied you as we finished the sesh. Let's go over this note again. Who read it last week?
I did.
You did. All right, let's have someone else read it. Who would like to volunteer? Anyone? Oh,
Dr. AD.
you, Grant.
Oh, certainly.
Stop raising your hand, Grant.
Mysterious note. Doctor, the Faith Water is moving faster than we could have dreamed. I don't know what you're doing in there, but whatever it is, keep at it and we'll retire young. As for your need for more bodies, I understand the dilemma and I believe I have a solution. It could pose a problem for your defenses, but I think you'll agree it will be worth the risk. Your runners have proved invaluable. I understand this is an early test, but I could do without the uncontrollable sobbing. Whatever the case, this will allow us to reach new markets faster than Proudfoot and his 2-bit operation ever could. Just think of the possibilities. Riddleport is already ours. We'll have all of Erissia under our thumb in no time. Until we meet again, X gon' give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. You had some initial thoughts about this. You've had a week to think about it. Anything else you're gleaning from this note?
No, I got nothing. I felt like we were
Not surprising. Not
Yeah.
surprising.
No, I'm terrible at these at riddles. Riddles, I hate them.
This is just
Yeah.
a no. We haven't got to the riddle yet, but
No, I know, but it's still the same thing. You're trying to piece together kind of what we're doing here, what the runners were doing, and I assumed that runners were being sent. So here's the one thing that I've come away with is Grant had a theory that sounded good at first, but I believe on re-examination doesn't quite work, which is they're pulling off the street drunks and degenerates and addicts and using them as the test fodder for this Faith Water. And that makes sense, and it's a good idea. But then the logical conclusion of that was that they ran out of them, and so now they're sending like people like us. But I don't see why I was thinking about it after the fact, and I don't see why they would send like armed adventurers in here, like people that know how to fight in
But
here
it does
with weapons.
It does say it would pose a problem for your defenses.
Perhaps they don't think we look like too much of a match.
Yeah,
for
but
their
why?
defenses.
But why not just
And
send unarmed people? Like, it
Then
doesn't-
why pay us 75 gold pieces each either,
Well, I mean,
It's
if
a
you
lot
look
of
at
money.
if you look at the surface of it, we were never supposed to investigate any further than the entrance. If you trust anything that happened, if you assume this was the plan all along, this goes out the window too. We're supposed to be in Reaper's Cove right now to deliver what we were sent here to pick up, right? So
Unless
there's
that's all part of the ruse.
right, which is difficult to ascertain at this point.
I mean, I think it's reasonable that, like, why would an unarmed civilian head down to a cave down here? So adventurers seem
money.
like an easy. What you're gonna say? Go to the cave and
Yeah, pick
We'll
up a
pay you?
package, deliver it over here. Just don't ask any questions. We'll give you 75 gold pieces.
it worked
I-
for us.
I know I was saying I think you're overestimating how much they think of us. That they think we'd be much of a challenge.
Yeah, look, to me, I'm just thinking of it as easy mark as opposed to even possibly a difficult mark. It's like, why wouldn't you just go with the easy mark? So yeah, I'm not 100% sold that we are
The
That
easy
we're-
mark.
yeah, that we're the easy mark.
Yeah, maybe. You're probably right. I'm not much of an easy mark myself.
What with vastly intelligent specimens like Voldriff here.
Yeah, thank you. That's very nice of you to say.
They probably wanted to examine the depth and breadth of that brain of his. It is fascinating.
I forgot you have a new voice.
Yes. I didn't.
Changes every.
Is this
Change
voice?
every 2
Is this voice only going to be the flashback Alfonso voice? Like
He changed it when it became the future.
Well, right now is certainly a gift, and that's why we call it the present.
In addition to this mysterious note, you find on the inside of the journal cover a password that, like I said, had you really in knots a little bit trying to figure out what it all meant. And that says, rough winds open doors for slow birds, slow, all in caps. You had some theories about this. Where are we at now with it?
Eric had a good idea.
Well, I was thinking about remember when earlier I told you that the basis of all dwarven humor is puns?
I remember that, yes.
We had a laugh about that by the front door. Anyway, I was thinking about the words in the clue. And it says winds, right? But it could mean wines. So if we like have something to wind, we might get right through.
And we are in.
So that was my idea.
The only other idea I have is something about slow being very conspicuously capitalized. We threw in a rock earlier and it disintegrated. What if we put something through slowly through the barrier? Maybe it'll pass without turning into dust.
Like our genitals. One at a time.
You
No,
first,
wait.
Alfonso.
All at once, we will slowly insert our genitals into the wall.
Slowly.
Speed is important.
This is why Alfonso's voice is different.
We also noted last week that slow is also an anagram for owls, which was the symbol at the entrance to the cave.
Troy, the owls, I just have in my notes that they're like intertwined. Did they themselves make a symbol, like a heart or anything like that? Or...
No, you didn't notice that. It was more decorative or maybe symbolic to a symbol that you didn't quite ascertain. Didn't mean anything to you.
What about there's as I revealed last time, Voldriff is not from here, so I really don't know much about in terms of the local criminal scene and what have you. But it occurs to me that there's some names in this note. So this is it Proudfoot? Does anyone know anything about him?
You could roll a knowledge local.
Yeah, this the competitor.
Yeah, I guess so. New Market's faster than Proudfoot, and his 2-bit operation never could.
Yeah, 26 knowledge local.
It's good knowledge local. Proudfoot is a big-time drug dealer in Riddleport. You would know that. He's well known as being one of the big dealers in the area, which in a town like Riddleport is big money.
Is he known to be bigger than Xavier?
Xavier isn't really known.
Okay, so yes, so much bigger.
Yeah, like if you had done your homework on Xavier either before or after the meeting, you never really heard of him. His business is new.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is that if Proudfoot is the enemy of Xavier and the Doctor here, when we came in, I don't think it was meant to be, such a shit show. So it could be that Proudfoot got here before we did. Food for thought.
As you're standing there talking and trying to decipher both the note and the passphrase, just going over your findings, you hear a voice in the room. Sounds very close. And it just says, rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Just then, sitting at the table in this makeshift office, you see the body of an aquamarine skinned man appear, just sitting there at the table with his hand. He's covered in seaweed, and his skin shimmers and moves as if his entire body is made of pure water. You can almost see right through him, like he's not quite there, or maybe it's just the fact that he looks to be made up of water. He's just facing away from you, muttering to himself. Mutter, 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 mutter.
You're a fan of Shakespeare, then, dear sir?
Is that what his name was? It was a poem, yes, that I heard read once while traveling the spheres, but that was long, long ago.
Is it it's a full-on body? Like it's not a ghostly apparition?
It's somewhere in between. It's a full-on body, but you can see through him, like he's not quite there, but he's there.
I don't like undead. I was up clear up front about that. I don't like undead.
He was clear.
Aldrich signing off.
I mean, I'm not leaving, but I'm going to take 4 steps back. And I'm going to get out my magical battle axe.
Excuse me, sir. What is your name?
My name is Diomedes. And this, he looks around, this used to be my home. You see that he's got a thick beard that looks like it's made of moss and seaweed covering him. And he looks at you, and his eyes are just like white with no pupils. It was all of our homes, my tribe and I. It was also our sanctuary, our temple. We protected the rivers and the lakes, and in turn were blessed by Onos with the ability to travel through the plains, to learn from other worlds in order to live more in harmony with our own.
But it used to be your home. What happened to it? Where did you go?
He looks around. Maybe he didn't even hear your question.
It is rude. Ignoring me.
Flip job. This chamber looks different. I remember it being larger. Yes, it was Purante's room. Many hours would we spend here reading, singing, and learning together. I do miss him. I miss them all.
Was Puron your son? Your pupil? What was he to you?
Purante
Puronte.
was a good friend. Like a brother.
Have you seen what's been happening here?
I have felt it. But no, I have not seen it. There is a practitioner of planar magic here in what used to be our sacred space. His magics, however, are impure, and the residue of his arcane dabblings have perhaps allowed me to be in these halls once more. I doubt that was their intended purpose. He strokes at his mossy beard, white eyes staring at you.
Can I do some knowledge checks to identify his race, or a history check to identify, Diomedes or his people or anything like that?
Yeah, let's start with the race. You're gonna want to roll a knowledge nature if you have it.
17.
He appears to be a naiad. It's
Naiad.
a fey water creature.
It's the water equivalent of a dryad, forest dryad.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. And then
What did you roll total?
17.
17. They tend to be a bardic people.
Oh. Thus the poetry.
The poetry and his time singing and learning with Purante. It kind of all fits together.
Right. All right. Can I do a quick knowledge history just to see
Eric's
if...
got something too.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna hold.
He's gonna hold.
He's not gonna raise.
16 on history.
16 on history, just about Diomedes and his people, or
yeah,
what
or like a society of naiads in Riddleport. You know, ancient history of
nothing you've ever heard of.
Okay.
I was wondering. I had one other theory that maybe the wind would be like a song or like an instrument or something. If he's a musical people.
Does the thing react when I say the rough wind?
Rough wind. Well, I think he overheard you, and that's why he said the poem.
Maybe we ought to say that poem to get through. Have you ever heard the other practitioners say that poem? Or did you make that poem the key to get through a magic door in the other room?
No. I feel as if what you search for you already know, but you may not possess. It seems that you have deciphered the simple passphrase, but only an impure heart, such as this magician, can lend power to the word and allow passage into our temple. Rough winds are perhaps evil. Only a heart turned to dark can speak the word and lend efficacy to it. But you must be men of pure heart and woman.
Pure as the driven snow, mate. Pure as the driven snow.
How do you think it feels about those of us who might be neutral?
It's a good question.
Not to put too fine a point on it.
Neither good nor bad, but somewhere in the middle.
If this magician, summoner, planer, fool, whatever he may be, set up this barrier, it seems as if he was drawing from what he learned from us. It would take true evil to speak the phrase and open the door.
Well, I say we give it a shot. Might as well.
I am part demon after all. Maybe that counts for something.
You didn't say nothing about that. Well, I guess that's a tail. That's what the tail and the horns. Yeah. You didn't have to say it. That's right.
Also, I've got one eye that's completely black. I might have forgotten to mention that.
Oh, God!
That is disgusting.
How have I never noticed that in 8 months of traveling with you?
I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know this, Voldriff, but she's also a ghost.
I don't like that. I think that's not true, but I don't like it even as a joke. It's not funny.
It's not
funny.
Stop.
It's not funny.
It's deadly serious.
It's deadly serious.
Oh, that's the pun! Well, sort of a pun. Wordplay. We like that.
Diomedes, may I ask? You said you felt the energies of this place. What perhaps they were doing? What, if you can describe it, even if it is through poetry, what did you feel? Did you feel sadness? Did you feel euphoria? Did you feel murderous rage?
No, if anything, sadness. I do not know what this creature does here, but I am certain that he is not only desecrating once sacred space, but also using his distinct powers to abuse the souls of my ancestors, stealing their very essence from beyond. For what purpose? I know not.
I think the purpose is for money. I think it is pretty obvious. And that is, in my mind, no reason to do this to your ancestors, to your own people. We'll have to find a way through here. Perhaps the Crystal Ghosts can pull it off.
I'll give it a shot.
If it is for money, then this is truly sad, as you say. I have traveled in my time to many worlds, and while those with money found power, without art, they were nothing. This was once a place of art and celebration. If what I fear has come true, please make it right, so that my people may join hands and sing together once more.
It is a beautiful sentiment, but in my experience, if you want to take those out that have the money and power, you must come across the money yourself. It is the only way. He says, like, kind of bitter tone in his voice.
That's right.
He just shakes
It
his
is
head.
an unfortunate state of the world, but I did not make the world the way it is.
A lot has changed since your day, mate. A lot has changed.
Well, I wish you luck. If you are here for a reason, I hope that it is the same reason that I am here. And he
And
just
not for, say, 75 gold pieces.
Just,
For example, random example. I'm sorry.
it was not
What?
very random.
what is a gold piece?
As he
is
slowly
a-
fades away.
It is a kind of poem.
What?
A new sonnet. Like
He
a
actually does-
villanelle.
He doesn't fade away. He sits there staring at the wall, lost in thought, just talking to himself.
Perhaps we will return. We could come back. But now let's try this method, see if it gets us through.
He said that he remembered this room being bigger. Right? I didn't just dream that.
Yeah, I think that the secret entries we went in must have been constructed later. It must have been open into the other room.
That makes perfect sense.
But there may be more. There may be even more worth looking at, Mr. Stonecunning.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of take a moment to really search through the wall here in this chamber. That we're
Okay.
We'll just take 20. We have time.
Yeah, I'm willing to. I guess I don't think there's any real rush, is there?
I think it's more important to get the right information than to rush forward.
Sure. Then I get a 19.
19.
Amazing.
You don't see anything. Anything out of the ordinary.
I guarantee there's nothing here.
And I believe you without question. Let's move forward.
Good. I'm a dwarf. Why won't you believe me?
The man knows
What
his
racist.
stone. All right.
Yeah.
Man knows his stone.
Out to the main corridor. Let us away.
All right, so you head back to the main corridor. You descended into this corridor with steps leading down. So you're going deeper into what perhaps was once some sort of temple. But standing before you is still that shimmering blue wall. Seeing beyond it, you see to the north, it looks like some sort of collapse. Maybe there were stairs there. And then to the south, stairs going further down, and you can't see what's down there.
So we're just gonna try me saying the password and see what effect that has, and then perhaps we need to find some sort of. If that doesn't work, we'll look around for some sort of magical means of changing our alignment or something.
I I think we might have to take turns to see who truly has a heart of evil.
Yes, let us go around the room. Start with you, Crystal Ghost. We'll see if your intentions are pure, or if
Start
you
with the
are the
demon.
devil himself.
So do we think the password is the whole phrase, or is it just
Yes, I believe.
owls?
I believe this is the whole phrase.
Well then, rough winds open doors for slow birds.
Nothing happens.
Rats. Your go.
Right. Voldrif, you might as well take it. Give it a shot.
I don't like magic much more than I like ghosts, but I'll give it a try. Hand over that note. No, wait, the journal cover. All right, here it is. I'm gonna try this. Rough wines open doors for slow birds.
Nothing.
Damn. Sorry, I'm not evil enough.
All right, give it here. He takes it.
Here.
Rough winds open doors for slow birds.
As you say it, the wall starts to pulsate a little, right when you start speaking. But it doesn't go down.
It looked like something was about to happen there. Did it not? It was not just me, right?
Try it again.
It looked like something weird there.
I will say it a little louder. Rough winds open doors for slow birds. His voice like echoing off the chamber.
It's really vibrating, but it's not going down.
Hand
Finish
it
it,
to
Braven.
me.
Finish it. Stronger.
Braven thinks back to the time when he went by Gashkar, when he was going through military training and raiding nearby villages with the rest of the hobgoblins, and the times he stood by and watched children being ripped from their parents, innocent people being murdered, their goods taken from them, and their houses razed to the ground, and how he took part in it, and how at the time he didn't feel any guilt, and how maybe his activities with the Jagged Skull tribe is something he doesn't even regret now. And he says,
Rough winds. Open doors for slow birds.
Nothing.
Wow.
You know, maybe we should say owls. Right.
You just did.
Owls. Wait. Give me the thing again. Rough winds open. I can't read now. Rough winds open. Damn it, I'm on the wrong tab. Rough winds open
And that
doors
opens the- opens
for
the gate.
owls. For owls.
Nothing.
Damn it!
Rough winds open doors for owls.
When Alfonso says the word owls, the wall disappears.
wow.
I just stare at Alfonso, just look at him like, what about this cat do I not know?
Alfonso, you never told us your heart was as black as pitch.
You never asked. And plus, it does not seem to hurt you at all. So, what of it?
I'm just curious.
Well, I find it curious. Who builds a wall such as this? Who decides whose heart is black and whose is not? It is of no interest to me. I just want my money. Let's go.
All right.
All right, so you look into the next area there, and you see pretty much what you saw from the other side of the wall. Whatever is to the north there is completely blocked, and then the south has a staircase going down. Looks like it goes down about 10, 15 feet. And then there is another room down there.
Well, considering there is some sort of allowances for people of my disposition, allow me to go first, Crystal Ghost. It may save you from some unnecessary harm.
I'd appreciate that.
roll a perception check. Crystal Ghost and Alfonso.
19.
24.
Both of you here as you start to switch positions there, so Alfonso can take the lead and Crystal Ghost can step back. You hear this like padding coming from deeper down that hallway, and the padding starts to pick up. It's like pat, 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 pat. It's far away. It starts to pick up speed until suddenly, moving at a terrifying speed, a wrinkled, pale-skinned, bald, humanoid-looking figure with an unsettlingly wide mouth full of sharp teeth, 2 nostril slits, but no nose or eyes, speeds around the corner at you with his hands outstretched, and there's an eyeball in each hand.
Oh,
He looks-
what?
He looks exactly like this, the single best artwork I've ever seen from any bestiary. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
It's from that Guillermo del Toro movie,
I
basically,
would say,
right?
it's like the Pan's Labyrinth monster.
Yeah.
Oh.
He comes whipping around the corner of the
How
Crystal Ghost, and
disturbing.
Alfonso, roll for initiative.
Oh my goodness, that is so creepy. Oh man.
Terrifying.
Oh man. Woo.
See if I can get really deep on his face here.
Oh, it's so the stretching mouth that's great art.
Make sure you bring him down to where we are so we can see
Yeah,
him. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh. Oh man.
How great is that?
Oh, he's not holding eyes. The eyes are in his palms.
Embedded in his palm.
What a crazy creature.
Gross.
That is great.
Let's talk Anish here, and then I'll get him back on the spot. Voldrift, what do you got?
I got a 2.
A 2 from
Dude.
Voldrift.
Yeah.
Alfonso, your heart may be impure. What did you roll for initiative?
18
18. What's your initiative bonus?
plus 4
That's a shame. What about Crystal Ghost?
plus 6 plus 6.
Crystal Ghost got 14.
14 for the Ghost. Okay. And Braven.
Braven got a 20.
20 for Braven. This thing zips around the corner. Braven, you hear the padding now because they react to it, and you act first.
As an immediate action, Braven will summon the moisture in the air around him as a shield. Will take a 10 feet of movement towards Alfonso to flank alongside of him, and
Okay.
will
You're flanking Alfonso with the Crystal Ghost. That is a
Yep.
+2 to hit. It's up to
so
you.
attacking Alfonso. No, I'm basically trying to keep it from getting any deeper in, and we'll move it out of the way for Voldriff. At this point, he will let loose a normal, non-kinetic fist water blast at this creature.
Shaboom. Roll to hit.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
All
There
right.
you go.
I'll
There you
start.
go.
Nice
Good start.
roll.
That is 17 points of damage.
Oh my God.
Hey, God.
Pretty good start.
Pretty damn
Pretty
good.
good.
dude.
Pretty good. It's all coming back to me now.
It's all
Like Celine
coming
Dion.
back, all coming back to me now. All right. It is the creature's turn. The creature is going to take a 5-foot step towards all three of you now. Crystal Ghost on the left, Alfonso in the middle, Braven on the right. What to do here? Let's go ahead and bite. Let's try to bite at least the Crystal Ghost.
Oh no, you don't want to get hit with this attack. I have a bad feeling.
16.
Miss.
Miss
Ooh,
on
nice.
the bite. All right, here comes a claw at Alfonso. That is going to be also a 16.
Also a miss.
Also miss. Final claw is on Braven. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Precisely a hit.
A couple of things are going to happen here. First thing is going to happen is 6 points of damage, and then it will attempt a free grab here.
I made a huge mistake.
Natural 20 on the grapple check.
Oof.
That is a total of a 32.
Yep.
Is that enough to grapple your third level character? Yes. So it grapples you, and you just feel it hold you tight.
Oh God, with an eyeball.
And it's and I quote, unsettlingly wide mouth just gets closer and closer to your skin. And now
I'm gonna
it
see that face in
is
my dreams.
Alfonso's turn.
Now it is Alfonso's turn. Oh boy. Okay, this is interesting. So is this here a? Can I stand on that space?
It is. You would be squeezing, so your AC would be lowered. It's about it's a half space, and the other side is a half space as well. Just the middle of the hallway there is the only space that is a full space.
Okay. I don't like the positioning here, so I'm going to try to get into a better position and use my my dex to do so. So I'm going to move around past the Crystal Ghost. Actually, I'm sorry, the other way around, past Braven to flank with the Crystal Ghost. And I will roll an acrobatics check to avoid an AOO.
Okay.
I'm assuming that it...
Straight up against its CMD.
Straight up against its CMD, yeah. And it can still take AOOs, right, while it's grappling?
Yes.
Doesn't need two
it's
hands to
just,
grapple?
It has the grapple condition as well, so it'll be a lower chance to hit.
It's a 22 against its CMD.
You're fine. You you beat it.
Beat it, get into flanking position, and then try to stab it. Natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, dude!
Wow.
Oh, there we go.
Holy shit. All right, roll to confirm to see if you get this, and
Good
50
start.
bucks to direct relief.
Oh,
Do it for direct relief, O'Brien.
Natty 18 to confirm. We got it. Oh, starting off with a cool 50 in round one to direct
Wow.
relief. Once
That's
again,
fantastic.
that is
Okay.
direct relief, providing personal, PPEs to health workers on the front lines right now. So we love doing this, and I'm so excited. That's 2 weeks in a
shit.
row with a confirmed crit. I love this character.
All right. Well, no, that's going to be a fan critical. Do you get
That
sneak
is-
attack or something crazy like that?
I do not. No,
All right.
I just have a larger critical range, but sorry.
Wow.
This is-
Great.
This is
Great opening round for both Braven and Alfonso so far.
seriously.
I like how Voldriff is a dwarf, but your pawn you look like Juggernaut.
Okay, let's see. This one from Todd. Oh, Todd, our buddy Todd in Sydney, Australia.
Todd and Sydney.
The one and only. Todd won out. What's up, buddy? A noble action embiggens the other man. Let's see. Despite the manner in which you strike, feeling to you like it does every day, in this particular instance, it appears so professional, so proficient, and so exhilarating that it impresses and emboldens your allies. Normal damage, and all allies, not you, within line of sight on your attack, gain the effects of Inspire Courage for 1d4 rounds.
Wow.
This acts as the Bard's ability, +1 to attack and damage, and saves against charm and fear effects for every 5 character levels you possess. So that could be cool if there's a fear effect associated with this guy.
That's actually very cool. Okay.
Yeah, so, all right, I'll roll a d4 here. So for 2 rounds, everybody has +1 to hit and damage, and +1 for saves against fear or charm effects.
That's a really good crit. So they see how well you strike the creature that it fires them up.
Right.
To be able to win as well. All right. So normal damage, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, normal damage, 9 points of damage. But I'll take it to give everybody +1 to hit and damage. That's great.
Everybody won that round. All right. It is the Crystal Ghost. And I'm out of Crystal Goose. Bartender.
Bartender.
Oh boy. Okay, the Crystal Goose flanking is going to roll to hit with her liquid glass longsword. Power attack is on.
Okay.
Cracked die.
Of course.
Natty 18, definite
Oh
hit.
my God. Where are you guys rolling these? 18, 20, Natty 18.
Thanks
Love
to
it.
thanks to the Inspire Courage, that is 13 points of damage.
Oh my God. All right. He is in rough shape. Rough shape already. It is Voldriff's turn. You want to move at all, Crystal Ghost?
Nope, I'll stay flanking.
Okay. Voldriff, you are up.
Voldriff rushes right into that hole created with his battle axe in hand, and he says, Alfonso, that was a hell of a blow! Watch this! And then he tries to do one of his own. Natural 20.
Oh my God.
Mona! Hell yeah.
Chicken firm.
Not just natural 20, it's the P2 logo on the die that Jason Holman made for the staff for Paizo.
I think that's a 1.
No, that's a 20, my friend.
Double check that. Double check that.
I know, I'm double checking right now. Yep, that's the one, so we're good. Okay, so that would be a 29. Does a 29 hit, Troy?
Yeah, that is another confirmed crit, another 50 to direct relief, and another fan critical. 18, 18, 20, 20. Unbelievable.
Incredible.
All right, so
Hold
yeah,
on,
give it to
so
me.
that's 28 points of damage.
Well, hold
Well,
on.
you'll
there's
get
a fan.
You'll get a fan critical that might get
okay,
an
okay,
extra.
okay.
Extra.
So
little
this
shimo.
one from Trace
I'm new.
in Alberta, in Grand Prairie, Alberta.
Boundary.
Trace. Yeah, Trace says, "Give me your lunch money." Double damage. You strike the target so fiercely they let down their guard for a moment, letting you make a free steal attempt against the creature. If the creature has no items for you to steal, make a free disarm attempt. Oh. If they have no weapons or armor, instead you strike the target's head out of anger and they become dazed for 1 round. Fortitude negates.
Oh,
Was
so
it double damage or regular damage?
I'm assuming this creature has no items and no weapons, right?
No items. no
Yeah,
weapons,
so it's basically he hits him double damage to the head and you get a fortitude save or you're dazed for 1 round.
What's the double damage?
28 points to damage.
He's just dead.
It was all because of you, Alfonso. What a wonderful blow. Blood brothers in arms. We'll never split up this group.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Blood brothers, you are right. We will adventure together forever. I can.
Forever!
This creature is so fucking cool, and I didn't get to do anything. It grappled on that round. If I maintain the grapple and pin you on the next round, it attaches its mouth to the victim and uses a sonic attack that liquefies the victim's bones, allowing
my
the monster
God.
to drink them through flesh and skin.
Oh,
That
that's
deals
what happened
one-
to those people.
It deals 1d3 con damage to the victim, and you have to roll a fortitude save to see if you're fatigued or exhausted if you're already fatigued, or unconscious if you're already exhausted. And it just recovers hit points as it drinks your bones, your liquid bones. So cool.
Wow. Wow.
Alfonso, as
yeah.
this thing, I imagine, is spilling fresh blood on the floor. Alfonso is going to kneel down and take out some of his iron vials and fill them with blood, like 2 or 3 of them. Just not making eye contact with anybody, just doing it. And then sliding them into his bandolier.
When do you get the wall down?
Braven's like not even disturbed by this at all. He incorporates some of the blood that's on the floor into the shield that's rotating around him, so it turns crimson as it's rotating, and then he stops concentrating, and it all just splatters on the floor.
I can't believe the phrase didn't work for you, Braven. I just can't believe it.
Should have said
I
owl.
believe it would have if he had the chance to say owls. I think there is.
The wall comes back up, and
Yeah.
Oh no!
Splits the crystal ghost in
Clap
half.
on!
Crystal goes
Clap off!
Wow, that was
Um,
great, guys. Holy moly.
Wow, that
Well, I
wasn't
may
even,
not be
verified.
pure of heart, Voldriff, but
It's so
we fight well
That's all
together.
right.
That is certainly
all right
true.
with me.
Um,
Never seen a blow like that. Alfonso.
Wow. Shit. Okay. Well, you see up ahead of you, the chamber turns into another room. Alfonso, you're just
I'm
stampeding
creeping,
in there.
I'm creeping up there. Creeping.
You don't. You're
Stealthing.
creeping.
So
Are you stealthing?
creep.
Stealthing.
Roll a stealth.
That is going to be a 19.
19 stealth. Let me just fix this stupid ass hallway. 19 stealth. You hear, huh? Huh? Huh?
Is this Wolfenstein?
No. You hear grumbling up ahead in the room in front of you,
Quiet. There are voices ahead.
and then
All right.
another voice distant in the room. Let him through. And you hear now, tongue, 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 the sounds of like metal hitting rock, and you also hear water moving. You see up ahead, the room, about 20 feet or so, the room opens up, and there is a giant pool of water ahead of you. And you see. I guess you can see. You have dark vision. Oh, you don't have dark vision, right?
I do not. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, there's enough torchlight in the room that you see there are people like banging on the walls in the far end of the room.
There are people banging on the walls with. They have
They've
torchlight
got, like there's torchlight throughout the room, and they're just
with like picks.
yeah,
It's like a silhouette of a
pickaxes.
blacksmith. Oh,
Yeah, pickaxes or so, like just
Is
banging
it like
on the walls.
miners?
Maybe.
Is there
They're
other
still pretty far away.
equipment? I'm sorry. Is there other equipment? Is there wagons, carts?
You can't really see now. Yeah, you can't make it out.
can Braven sneak over and see if his dark vision can make out more?
Braven, go closer, see if you can get a better look.
Sure. I mean, there's enough torchlight in the room to get a little bit of a sense, but if you want a real clear sense, you see one person straight ahead, about 55 feet away. The wall ends, and it's just this giant rock wall with these like glistening things on it, and they've got their back to you. You see at least one person there, another person down there to the south, just banging away, and there's more noises coming. And then a voice deeper in the chamber says, "Come in, come in, come in."
Braven will go up to the corner and peek around and see if that voice is talking to us or not.
Okay.
Quick stealth. 19.
Okay, you are seen immediately in the room, and as you enter, lights fill the entire chamber where it was just dimly lit before.
It's like a prison yard.
It is a huge, huge room compared to what you've seen thus far, and it's split into two halves. There's a small partition that's like semi-separating the two different parts, and then the large pool of water in the middle that goes from the south to the north. I'll reveal the north part in a second. On the back wall, like I said, you see now that you're in there, half a dozen or so men and women in tattered rags just working away at the rock with mining tools, definitely mining tools. Some of them appear to have their hands and forearms just covered in blood, but they continue to just pound away, kung, kung, while blood drips down their clothing, staining their shirt sleeves. Sprouting out from the middle of the water, also there are two men to the south overseeing the workers on the wall, and they're closest to you, and they have weapons in hand, and they're just watching you. But the voice came from the northern part. Sprouting out from the middle of the water is a giant glass enclosure with a blue-skinned female creature inside of it, and she's just like floating there, and it looks like there's little attachments running all throughout her. She looks very similar to Diomedes. Tubes run from the glass underwater, and every so often you see her just twitch in the water. Twitch in the water. On the north side of the room is a man. Let me reveal this. I love this room.
Pretty incredible room.
So you see that dude up there.
Oh.
Wow, this
Yeah,
is
and
a
next
lot
to
going
him,
on here.
next to him is some sort of horrible creature that's just floating there with wings. It just looks like
Jesus.
a mouth with wings. The man to the north is the one that spoke to you. And he says, come in, greetings, friends. Are you with Xavier or Proudfoot or some other outfit?
Yes, he's looking around like, what the fuck is going on here? Yes, we were sent by Xavier. We are the runners.
It's like, 4 of you. Well, that's a bit ambitious, but I agree with Xavier. It will be worth the risk. Please, come in. And he starts fiddling with stuff and not really paying attention to you. While all of this shit is going on, Twitch, that blue-skinned creature, tongue, blood coming down their arms, and these like thugs just looking at you with their weapons in hand.
Okay,
So we got
how many
two
thugs?
thugs.
2 thugs with weapons, right?
One flying mouth.
One flying mouth, one Dr. Bixby Fontaine, one of these blue-skinned creatures in a back-to-tank, and 5 workers on the wall.
And the creature in the center tank looks like the same type of creature.
Looks like a naiad, yeah.
Okay.
Twitch.
Diomedes.
We hear that you. We hear that your faith water is selling quite well. Can't keep it in stock long enough. I haven't had a chance to partake myself, though. What's it do?
Oh, it's quite special. I suppose you have a number of questions like that. Right, well, I suppose we owe you that much at least. How do I put this? To put it simply, we are drug dealers. I'm sure you have figured that out by now. But not just any drug dealers, mind you. We are quickly becoming the only show in town, if I do say so myself. Yes, this is good, actually. I never get to show off the genius of what we've done here. I can't talk to these mindless fools on the wall. And these men here, they are the muscle, but they don't quite understand true genius. Basically, these walls here contain some sort of rare element that, when crystallized, pounded into dust, and inhaled, provides an overwhelming hallucinatory experience. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. So does every other drug in this cesspool of a city. I don't disagree, but what makes what we do different is this lovely creature you see before you. And he points at the naiad, just twitching in the back to tank. With a little coaxing, if you will, she will secrete something quite extraordinary that, when mixed with the crystallized ore from these walls, creates a drug unlike anything on the market. We call it faith water, as you asked, young man, because you will truly see the gods as your mind travels across every plane of existence. It also doesn't hurt that it's more addictive than star spore or worm keef or anything of its kind. It is in such incredible demand that we cannot produce it fast enough. The problem is, while this creature here has a seemingly endless supply of secret ingredients for us, we can't keep up with the harvesting of minerals we need from the walls of this old temple or whatever it once was. Enter the four of you. Now, I may be the brains of this operation, but I must give young Xavier credit where credit was due. Having you here, this is all his idea. We don't use runners like your traditional rank-and-file drug lords. I have creatures that can just teleport drugs back and forth, and also petrify any local authorities that try to get in their way. No doubt you already met them on your way in. I do hope at least one survived. No matter, it was quite an ordeal summoning them, though, and training them. We'll figure something out. Did you kill both of them, the sobbing creatures?
Just one.
Another
just
got
one?
away.
Excellent. Good. That will save me a bit of time down the line. But cost of doing business, I suppose. I'm sure by now you realize that you're not here to run drugs. I'm glad you continued your foray into this place, though, so we could speak, because soon you will be working the walls like these creatures you see before you, these poor souls, once I get a hold of what's in those little orbs standing atop your shoulders. This is wonderful. And to think, I almost didn't come into work today. And then remember, be careful not to kill them or break any of their bones. We need them. Do you have any questions?
I'm sorry, you said orbs standing atop our shoulders.
Yes, your heads. I just need to take particular parts of your brain out so that you will mindlessly work the wall here. And unfortunately, some of these men and women are almost past their prime, but we'll just feed them to my eyeless friend, and everything works perfectly here. You see how the machine is running? You see why we are printing money hand over fist? Yes, young dwarf, you have a question.
My head is worth way more than 75 gold pieces, which you still owe us, by the way.
Right. Yes, unfortunately, we won't be sending the rest to your families. In fact, we'll be collecting what's ever on your person. It's a small price to pay. Most likely, all of you still have that 75 on your person. If not, we'll make it up one way or another.
Item 2. If I wanted to spend the rest of my life hacking out a trailhead with some goddamn pick, I would have stayed in Gallazur with the other dwarves. But I don't want that, so I'm not going to work for you. Ha!
Yes, that's fair.
I also pass.
Pass. We have 2 passes.
Yeah.
Any other
I just simply don't
complaints?
understand why you would not put us to better use. This seems silly. Mindlessly hacking at walls. Look at us! Look at what we did to your pathetic defenses out front. Why not send us after Proudfoot. Put us on the front lines of your war. Give us a little more than 75 gold pieces, and we could be very valuable to your operation. Much more valuable than as a mindless slave.
Unfortunately, no. I mean, this is why, Xavier, I've trained him well for him to come up with this idea. By bringing people like you have a little more strength than these men and women I have here, so you'll last a little bit longer. We won't have to discard you for at least weeks, which is really going to help us out greatly. And while I appreciate your offer to take out Proudfoot, we've already done that. That man is scrambling. Once he gets word of this, I'm sure we'll have to take care of him our own way, but I'm not worried about it. As you see, the creatures I have at my disposal. Listen, I would love to continue this conversation, but the clock is running and we must keep it moving. So I am sorry it had to end this way, but business is booming.
I have
Roll
a
for
question.
initiative. Oh,
I
yes.
have one question. Would you prefer to die with your orb attached to your shoulders or detached? I just like to know these things in advance when I issue my justice.
And what is this little getup you have here? Are you some sort of masked vigilante here to run drugs from one cave to a non-existent part of the city? What bravado! You're like the reverse Robin Hood.
Well, I tried. I guess it's gonna be my choice then, huh?
She draws her sword.
Yes, please,
Shall we?
let's dance. Roll for initiative.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
This is a big ass room, and the northern portion has, two walls. There's a wall right in the middle. It's like a short wall, and then there's a wall that he's speaking behind. So in order to get to him, it's kind of tricky. Looks like the flying mouth can fly, which is good. You don't know what's going on with the workers, but there are two of these brutes brandishing weapons right up in your business. I love this guy. This is the classic Roll20 brute. This dude, he looks like Kingpin without a shirt.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me bring him up for the stream. Yeah,
It looks
this
like
dude.
he jiggles.
He comes up on every token search I ever do. I'm like female dwarf paladin, and it's just like boop, that dude
This
comes
dude.
in. Like,
I can see
come
it.
on.
I can see it.
Maybe that was a bad example.
Just shirtless Kingpin, everybody. At least this guy is your standard. He doesn't want to inhale the fumes, so he's got the mask over his
right.
face.
He's working in the meth lab.
Right, or he's just going shopping in today's society. One of the two.
A buddy
Very-
of mine sent me a picture today that had me cracking up. He's masked, sunglasses, hoodie, and he just takes it from his driver's seat and he says, "If I was going into the liquor store with this on a month ago, I'd be arrested." Yeah, seriously.
Looks like the Invisible Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Just wearing my specs. All right, let's talk initiative here. Let's start with Voldriff.
I got a 20 this time.
That is a good initiative roll. Braven.
5.
That is not.
No,
For example,
Brave.
That would
Natural
be
1.
a bad initiative roll.
I wanted to feel like Voldriff for once.
Crystal Light.
The Crystal Ghost has a 19.
Robin.
Nicely
should.
done.
19. What is your initial bone?
+4.
What a bummer. What about Alfonso?
I got a 17.
17.
So this brute right here has a faster than +4 initiative.
No, Dr. Bixby rolled a 19
I was going to say, that guy looks a little slow to me.
Is it Dr. Bixby or Dr. Fontaine?
It's
Dr.
Dr.
Fontaine.
Bixby Fontaine.
Dr. Bixby Fontaine, yes.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Bixby Fontaine.
He's the total package.
And what was the other guy's name? Was it Xavier Crane? I can't remember.
Xavier, I have... Yeah, Crane.
Yeah.
Xavier Crane and Bixby Fontaine. They were meant to go in business with each other. As this naiad just twitches inside of this tank, tubes running throughout it, while the workers mine this crystalline substance on the wall. It is a fight for your lives here. And it is Voldriff's turn.
All right. Voldriff's already got his axe out from the last fight, so he is going to move. There.
Voldriff!
turn him to face the brute.
Gonna have to do a lot of
Classic.
map work here.
I'm gonna power attack the brute.
It's a lot of map work. Little power attack.
Yeah, but I'm
Nice.
starting to regret it. I have to be honest. Let's see here. I got a 14.
14.
He's got no shirt on. He's got no shirt on.
He doesn't, but his he has a natural armor bonus because he's so gross. That is a miss. Unfortunately.
How long did that +1 thing last? Was that just the next round, or are we still under the effects of that?
I think that was for 2 rounds, so
Okay.
12
Okay.
seconds after the end of that fight. You no longer felt inspired by Alfonso's swordplay.
I know. I demotivate the whole party by just whiffing.
You all take a -2 to your attacks after seeing Voldriff swing so horribly at this oversized target. It is Dr. Bixby Fontaine's turn. It is also his creature's turn. I'm going to have the creature go first. The creature is going to fly. Let me give you a description of this because I keep saying flying mouth. This bat-like creature's body is mostly a large, toothy maw held aloft by leathery wings. Its whip-thin tail
Ugh.
ends in a slender stinger. Let me just show you this guy. This guy's great. Dude, I'm telling you, Mona, the Bestiary
That's a
6
good one.
art is off the chart.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Look at
It
that.
really looks like a testicle with a mouth and wings.
It's just- yeah, it looks like a Rick and Morty type monster. You know, all their monsters look like dicks.
Grant, you might have to go to the doctor. I mean, to be honest.
I would a testicle. I
Taken out of the scrotum.
I'll take your
then you
word.
also might need to go to the doctor.
It's a long, vast Ephron hanging down. Anyway, we'll talk later.
Okay.
It flies right
wait.
near the tank and stops there. Kind of does a move and a half, maybe a double move. Who knows? It gets there and just kind of hovers out of reach of all of you plotting. Dr. Bixby, though, what does he want to do? I think we'll start off with a fireball, obviously. Let's have everybody roll a reflex save. Let me just check.
Son of.
Is
me
he
make sure
catching his mook in that fireball?
I want to try and hit the wall behind the crystal ghost.
Oh, I
which-
see.
Yeah, if I hit the wall
Yeah, you-
behind the crystal ghost, I think I've got range on it. Let me check.
But how can he target something he can't?
Oh, I just lost. You know, that's a good point. I think he's going to move to the east. But do you think he can still see from there? This map is so big. I would say he moves all the way to the eastern wall. You guys see this line here? Yeah, he's got
Yeah,
a line of effect.
That's good. You got it.
Let's have a little bit of a reflex save for your old classic, the old fireball.
15 for the crystal ghost.
15 for the crystal ghost.
Not a great roll.
Let me get the stupid ass DC up. 15 is a fail. Any other fails?
I got a 21.
21 is a pass.
19 for Braven.
Pass. O'Brien.
27.
Damn.
27 is a pass as well. So the crystal ghost failed. And the rest of you is half damage. So it's going to be 14 points of damage to the crystal ghost,
Ouch.
7 to the rest of you. Just
But it's fire
boom!
damage. It's fire damage.
Oh,
Crystal Ghost.
Are you immune to fire damage? Is that
No,
your
I have-
tiefling, John?
right. I have resistance. So I
Resistance
get
5 or 10?
resistance 5.
Huge. You were the one to fail out of everybody. So you take 9 points of fire. Everyone else takes 7. And that is Dr. Bixby Fontaine's turn. It is now the Crystal Ghost turn. Crystal Ghost, you feel this, you see this little pea of fire just boom, hit that wall and explode, catching you and all of your allies in it. What do you do?
So explain this to me again. He's up on a higher level.
Yes, he's up on a higher level. The room is separated as well. So it's only about like 5 feet up, but he's like in a balcony. Very villainy. I wanted to make him
So-
like a Bond villain. That's why he tells you his whole plan before he.
He has a
ultimately
very
dies.
Bond villain name too.
Yes, that's what I was going for here.
So would I be able to climb right here? I mean, sorry, right at this divide.
At the divide, it's floor to ceiling, so you'd have to go through the water and climb up and over.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, in that case, let's first.
You could also try a jump from that little triangle to the west of the pool to see if you could jump up if you're the acrobatic type. If you're not, totally understandable. You don't have to do it. If you fall, you might fall in the water. Who knows what's in there?
Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's try it. So
Okay.
the crystal ghost will move. That's first move action to get out onto the triangle, and then make a double move, and second move action we'll try to acrobatics up onto the wall.
All right, even at half speed, you should have the amount to get it, but I need that acrobatics check.
Natty 16, 20.
You actually get up there. Yeah. All right, so you are able to get, we'll say, right schma, about 10 feet off the wall, and I can reveal more of the room to you now that you're up there. It's nothing that exciting, but you do see that there's another way out that you would assume goes to that collapsed stairway that was going up. But now you are on the same level as the doctor. Not gonna lie, didn't think anyone would do that in the first round. Pretty sneaky, sis. It is Alfonso's turn. Alfonso, you just got lit up by some fire. Have you guys healed since the last attack against those teleporting crybabies?
Yes, of course we did. We are experienced adventurers. Don't be silly.
Right, of course.
Right, of course.
Hey, we're wearing the same hat.
yeah, we are. Sorry,
What are
I'm
the odds?
just trying to deal with audio issues on this end. All right, we are. Oh, so you hopped up Crystal Ghost onto a thingamajig?
Yeah, I'm on the level with the doctor now.
On the level with the doc. Okay. Was that a crazy
Level with the
How
doc.
is it 5 feet up? How high up is that ledge?
No, it's like 11 feet.
It's 11 feet?
Well, from the... Well, no, I'm sorry. I said it was 5 feet up. Yeah, it's 5 feet, but it's a weird jump. So the DC isn't 5. The DC is higher than that. I've set it up here.
Okay.
It's like an angled jump.
This is annoying. All right, you know what? No, I'm gonna do the same thing. Voldrif, take care of it. And he just taps Voldrif on the shoulder, and then he's going to
No problem.
full withdraw. Follow it. He's like, I'm going to take out that bastard caster. He's gonna go with the Crystal Ghost, so he'll withdraw.
Okay, so you're going to withdraw, which won't provoke from Kingpin.
And then attempt an acrobatics check, I guess, to get up over this wall.
All right, so, well, here's the thing. You did a full withdraw. I don't know if you can use an acrobatics as the second part of that move action. That would have to be 2 separate move actions, wouldn't it? Or no? You think you can use a acrobatics in the middle of a withdraw?
I don't see why not. You're not attacking. I don't know. But
Yeah.
that's fine.
I feel like if you moved away and then you got that in control. I don't know. That's
It's just
interesting.
like to me that's just
Eric,
the-
you
like
look like
it's-
you want to say something.
It's just
Well,
that-
I don't want to say anything wrong, but I could say that if there's an acrobatics check associated with it, then failing the acrobatics check would probably have some negative thing, right? So it's like the idea is he's withdrawing. I don't know the answer.
Right.
Ordinarily, I'd look it up.
But are you saying
whatever
is
Eric
your-
says is official.
I guess what I'm saying is that if he, for example, well, the acrobatics check is at the end of the movie. I don't know.
It's tough,
I
yeah.
defer to the GM.
It's really
But
interesting.
isn't a full withdraw a full round
Yes.
action?
I would not allow it. I think I would.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if you want to move and see if you'll provoke,
I thought he was
then-
trying to move like through a rough, like over a balance beam to escape, and then maybe trying to.
yeah, with where withdraw is a full round action, you can just get all the way there and then do the jump, or get a little ways away if you want a running start. But I don't think you can do the acrobatics. Sorry, you don't like it.
Sorry,
Joe doesn't
Joe.
like it. If you're listening at
It's
home, it's a big thumbs
Pathfinder.
down.
What was the thing? Whatever you can imagine.
Whatever you can imagine, except
right,
doing
right.
acrobatics.
Can you
Stop
imagine
doing
an
that
incredibly
cool-
dexterous
Cool
character
thing that Joe did that was totally.
dodging out of the way of a huge slow brute and jumping up a 5-foot wall? Yeah, you can't
Yes,
imagine
you-
that. You can't even imagine
No.
it, huh?
Yeah, it's
I can
not-
imagine
okay.
it. You just risk taking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, see,
Right.
that's the thing. Is like you're trying to have your cake,
That
you're trying
would
to
wo-
have your cake and eat it
That
too.
would work.
No,
You
I know.
wanna avoid the
Yeah,
AOL
no, I
and
know.
then
But
do
I'm
a
just
cool-
talking about a stupid little wall here. Let them take
That's
the
a dangerous
check.
wall.
Let them
Leave the
take
wall
check.
alone.
Leave the
The
wall.
wall
out of
did
this.
nothing. That wall was constructed by the Naiad centuries ago. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to allow it. So you want to just end your movement at the wall?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay. It is.
I'm redoing the
Raven's
math,
turn.
and yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to try to avoid the AOO. I still can't get there. So.
Yeah, was
Well,
the
you
and
could
then
risk the AOO.
avoiding the AOO would also slow you down because.
Well, yeah.
you'd
The
be
reason
using
I don't
acrobatics.
want to risk the AOO is because like this dude, like if he grabs me or something, does he have a weapon? He has a weapon. You said.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is so freaking weird.
Hey, nice hat, Grant.
Whatever. I said I was doing it. I'll do it. I'm just gonna run. It's fine.
Okay, Braven, you see Alfonso cowardly run away from the shirtless man. You detect a small trickle of urine and can smell it running up to the north. You would assume it's Alfonso's.
I also see him approach a 5-foot wall and seem totally flabbergasted.
Just
by how
completely
this-
like I couldn't possibly.
no,
couldn't
he's
possibly
clearly
best this
he's
5-foot
clearly
wall.
evil-hearted and a poor adventurer.
Also,
Braven-
Joe, you weren't listening. This wall, it's not like you're jumping over that wall. You're doing an angled jump from this point sticking out to where the crystal ghost is.
You're right. I
Can't
wasn't
just
listening.
jump
There's the audio sounds horrible, so I was dealing with that.
Braven is
talk.
going to not abandon Voldriff, especially since his brand new axe looks so untouched until recently. He doesn't want to like feel responsible for
Sure.
what might happen to him. So he is going to gather water from the pool next to him, immediately cast a shield around him, and shoot out a water blast at unshirted Kingpin. Out of the box. Come
Out
on.
of the box. Oh, out of the box burger.
23.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah, baby. Where'd my D6s go? Okay, there it is.
I have them right here.
16 points of damage.
Holy shit! This guy is already in horrible, horrible shape.
See, I knew it wouldn't be a
with
concern.
one fist.
Not with Braven and Voldriff there.
No, that's not a fist. That's a regular blast.
It's a regular blast, and you're able to do that without affecting Voldriff, right?
Correct.
Shooting it through him. All right, so yeah, you really mess him up. It's his turn and his buddy's turn. His buddy's like, "Huh?" One of them has a dagger, one of them has a great sword. We'll say Kingpin has the great sword. No, Kingpin has the dagger. The other guys get the great sword. The other guy's like, 20. He is going to. Kingpin will
Speaking
take
of
a
acrobatics checks,
This
Troy.
sucks. Yeah, this map's pretty tough here. Kingpin is going to take a 5-foot step to get right between Braven and Voldriff, making room for his buddy to come sliding in. And then they're both going. One is going to attack Braven. One is going to attack Voldriff. We'll say Kingpin is going to attack Voldriff. Oh, cracked eye.
How would the other one attack me, though?
I don't think that the geometry
think-
works on that.
I think Kingpin could only attack Raven. Or the other guy can't
Oh, wait,
attack Raven.
do I have a messed up map here? Probably on Roll20. I
Maybe,
think you
yeah.
guys are standing in places you're not. Oh, boy.
It is not we who are standing in the wrong places, good sir.
Yes,
you.
Tis you.
All right. So I reset it, and it looks good to me. This guy, the Kingpin-looking dude, just stepped up between Braven and Voldriff. A Braven and
Right.
Voldriff diagonally.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Next to each
Sorry,
other.
yeah.
So that guy is going to attack Braven, and then the other dude's going to attack Voldriff.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. That's what should have happened, but that's not what you said before.
Oh, that's not what happened. Okay. Oh boy, I'm moving too fast for Roll20. They just don't know what to think of my cool moves. What is it with this cracked eye? All right, that is going to be against
My sentiments
Braven.
exactly, Eric.
Fucking 15.
You guys deal with this all the
Nope.
time.
He gets hit in the face with the rotating water shield. Voochoom!
And
How's
then
that
on
for Faith Water?
on Voldriff, out of the box. First a cracked eye, then out of box. This one is going to be a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Miss and miss from the lowly foot soldiers. I think that's going to go top of next round. It sure is, and it is Voldriff's turn. Voldriff, you missed at the top of your round. Big old target. Now you got 2 targets. What do you want to do?
I don't know. How are Braven? How are you feeling about that guy?
The
Do you want
Kingpin
to-
guy or the new
yeah,
guy?
do we want to kill one first? Or do you want to?
Yeah, I think we should get rid of him before he
Okay.
dies. But they do
I look
attack
at
at the end. Yeah, I don't know. It's up
I
to
look
you.
at the Kingpin guy and I'm just like, hey, don't slip away. You're all wet. And I roll A 20.
Nice.
20 total.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Which makes
that's
me
a hit.
realize that before, when I was rolling the P2, it was literally a 2 because Jason's clever. Look at this. It's a 20, you guys.
Oh, the P2 was a 2.
Oh.
Oh,
Let's
you
say this is a
dirty
2 because I don't
bird.
want to reverse that charity.
Yeah, no.
So I missed.
Look, the crit stays. You know, it already
Yeah.
happened, but we'll just take
Yeah,
it
it
away from the
happened.
charity.
So I meant.
I'm sorry, no, we are taking $50 away from Direct Relief in Eric Mona's name.
Yeah, in Jason Bowman's name.
Yeah, that poor
Does
Bowman.
Jason want to write a letter to them explaining why they don't?
Good.
Okay, good.
Good.
We already sent it. We'd like it back. That's Jason
Yeah,
B.U.
where it has the place
It's a
where
good thing you have
So,
copywriters and
I
editors on staff.
swing, and it looks like the most phenomenal swing in the world. And then at the last second, it just and he missed.
Does not inspire your allies. All right, it is Dr. Bixby's turn. Now you guys have spread out. Casters love when parties are all together, but now you guys are spread out. Crystal Ghost, you got tagged for 9 points of damage, and now you're the one that's creeping up on him. I feel like you're the one that's going to get the juice. What do you think?
I mean, I expected you to give me the juice. If you didn't give me the juice, Troy, I'd be a little disappointed.
You like the juice?
I like
You
it.
like the juice.
All right. Ooh,
The
what
juice.
to do? What
You
to
like the pepper.
All right. Let's see. Do I want to do this one? Yeah. All right. So, just. Actually, this might. No, the wall. Alfonso, the wall is going to protect you from glitter dust. Go ahead and roll a fortitude save, I believe. No, excuse me, will save.
Will save, right? Yeah.
Oh,
that is
blinded?
that is a 14.
DC 15. You
Oh
blind.
no, dude.
You
Terrible
just got
news.
Gary glitter dusted.
Oh,
you, are,
terrible news.
so done. Oh
blind,
no.
Not good.
you are dead. You know, I thought about what if someone dies in a flashback, and so I figured out what happens. You're actually dead.
You actually just
you
die.
You're blinded as you are covered by this glittery dust.
Maybe
There
that's how you
goes-
earned the sobriquet, the Crystal Ghost, because you've been dead this whole time.
Ah.
Don't I get a save with glitter dust? Don't I get a save on my turn or something to try to clear the
Yeah,
dust?
I think so.
Each round at the end of their turn, blinded creatures, you have to like shit through your turn, and then at the end of it,
Yeah.
blinded creatures can attempt a new save. DC 15. Let's read about blinded though, what that condition gives you as opposed as in addition to just not being able to see. -2 to AC, and you lose your dex bonus to AC. Easy target. -4 to strength and dex based skill checks, and
Speed decreases too.
love the speed decrease. And if you want to move faster than half speed, that's a DC 10 acrobatics check. Fail it, fall prone. You don't have to fail by 5 or more, just a 9 or lower, and you on your face. Maybe you'll fall in the water. Maybe I'll roll a D6 to see if you do. Let's move on here to the flying mouth.
Hey.
Mouthy McGillicuddy, you're easy prey there, but I think he's coming after Alfonso, because Alfonso is next in line. So this thing is over by the Naiad, still twitching in the water, changes course, comes up to Alfonso. It was a straight line, so we can do a nice little charge here. Now, this is it's a cool-ass creature. Make sure you grab yourself a copy of Bestiary 6 if you're looking to spice up your games. Every creature in here is awesome. And there are a lot of high-level ones, like ones that I wanted to use were like CR16, CR17 I could never use. But this one is perfect. I think I want to do... Oh, man, they're both so horrible. Do I want to do the sting or the bite? I got to do the bite because Joe will hate if this works. Let's do the bite.
All right,
Come
I'm
on.
gonna do an opportune parry
Opportune parry.
of the
Have
bite.
you done this? Have you
with
done this at all yet?
I have not. No. So I'm going to try to parry it with my rapier.
Wow, it is a 19 to hit.
Natural 1.
Oh no!
Man, I don't have any fun when I play Pathfinder.
Is that considered an attack roll? No, not a fumble.
You fucking
wow.
trash
It
person.
is an attack roll, but you can't crit on it. So
This is going to be almost max damage. That's 8 points of damage. And now, oh boy, now it's going to try and grab you. Oh man, this thing is awful. It's so scary. What's its CMD? Okay, great.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
going
my
to be-
first ever. I was so excited to fucking parry.
That's
Natural
a,
one.
That's a 24 against
Oh,
your CMD.
God.
Yeah.
So it just grapples you with its tentacles, and no, that was the bite. It just grabs you with the mouth, and then it starts sinking its teeth into your skin. What's gonna happen? Find out next round. Yep, that's gonna be bad. Okay. Ooh, that could actually be really bad if you don't get out of there. It is the Crystal Ghost turn. I like when you guys play. I have less to do.
Okay. The Crystal Ghost is going to stumble forward blindly, 15 feet, and then I'm going to drink a potion.
Okay, what kind of potion?
Cure Light Wounds.
Cure Light Wounds. From behind you in that corridor with the rock.
Shit.
No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be awful?
I wouldn't see it. So
You just feel this rig, like 10 fingers crawling up your legs. What did you drink? A healing potion?
a Cure Light,
Cure Light,
and
okay.
that is my turn. So now I get a new save, right?
You do. DC 15 will save. Fail.
Natty 18. So
You're
I'm
no
no
longer
longer blind. But you took me out. You took me out for a round.
I'm always a fan of taking a guy out for a round. If there's one thing I've learned from playing Divinity Original Sin 2, that can be the difference between winning and losing in a battle. So hopefully I'll win.
So the Crystal Ghost stumbles forward, uncorks a potion, drinks it, and then smears the dust out of her eyes.
You're still covered. You look like Elton John in the 70s. It is Alfonso's turn. You have this flying mouth attached to your body. Meanwhile, Crystal Ghost is singing Benny and the Jets to the north. What do you do?
He's got to try to get out of it. He has to try to get out of it. What's he going to do, stand there? Yeah, I think knee-jerk reaction, he's going to try to get out of it. I have no faith in my dice right now. There we go. Yes, 23 against CMD.
Straight up against CMD. And did you add the grappled condition?
It doesn't
Is that
count. Grapple condition doesn't count against attempts to break the grapple.
You sure?
I'm 90% sure.
All right, as long as you add the grapple. Oh, you don't have the Hero Lab character sheet here?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I think that if you put on grapple, let's see. Let me see if it changes escape artist automatically. Yeah, it does. So I guess let's just say 20. Would 21 be a fail?
No, 21's a pass, but I just want to keep you honest. Not for me. For all the kids watching at home. That
I thought I remembered reading
the right way.
I thought I
Do it for
remembered
little
reading
Johnny.
something about, but it doesn't count against rolls to break the check, to break the grapple
I
specifically.
think I remember that too.
You're reading that pamphlet they handed out at Gen Con, How Not to Play Pathfinder. Incorrect rules for you and your friends.
No, I think that's
I
correct.
shouldn't have read that. All right, so you break out of the grapple. That is your turn. That's your standard action, right? You still got to move?
Yeah. So, but I can't do anything. Right? I can't. This is just stupid. Because if I try to go up the wall, he'll just bite me again, and I'll be grappled again. Right?
Yeah, it's bad news.
Well, it does
It's
have to
not
roll
great.
dice for that to happen.
It's true.
Joe assumes that every dice roll against him will be a
Fair
success.
You'd have to move 5 feet to
That's
the
why
right.
I'm a terrible poker player. I assume that everyone I play has a better hand.
Yeah, well, here's what you can do, dude. You can move 5 feet to the right and then try the acrobatics check to jump up onto that ledge around the wall. However, it will provoke, and maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe I won't roll rocks.
Yeah, okay.
Or maybe we'll be throwing another 50 to direct relief.
Yeah, all right. I will try it.
50
I'll try
for
to
the-
leap off the wall and leap up the John ski. This sucks.
Here it
I mean,
comes.
I'm even like, oh, just jump in the water, but he still gets
We
the
don't know
attack of
what's in there.
opportunity.
Dude, you know it'd be fun if I roll 3D dice on the Roll20 screen
Sure.
to see what it would be.
But wait, what about
I'm gonna
a
roll a d6 just to make sure this works.
what about an acrobatics check to avoid the attack of opportunity and an acrobatics check to get up the wall?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was trying to make sure that worked.
An
Could all of you see
acrobatics
that?
check to break the attack of opportunity, to skip the attack of opportunity, and an acrobatics check to get up the wall. I would argue that quarters your speed. So I could just move 5 feet, but that's fine by me.
Yeah, I mean, you have your full movement. I would say that's fine.
Okay, so acrobatics check to avoid the AOO, natty 18. So that's the best part. And then acrobatics check to get up the wall, 16.
16, you're fine.
All right.
But now I can't roll the d20 on the screen. You ruined everybody's fun. But,
I'm sorry. He's too much of a hero. He's going to be
fine.
unconscious next round.
It's fine. You also sound like a robot coming through
I do?
Discord. Yes.
Yeah.
It is. Robot Joe, welcome to the show. All right, cool move, Alfonso. It was the smart move. That creature, in one round, you just saved yourself from something really, really bad. But did you expose your friends? Let's find out. It's Braven's turn. Braven, you're standing next to 2 of these dudes. You know, one of them
Braven is going to take a 5-foot step diagonally away from the shirtless kingpin, and he is going to use a move equivalent action to gather power. Hoo-shoom! Unleash a sonic boom of water emanating from himself, which will take away the point of berm to form a fist in between his hands. And as he releases it, he says, "I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful it is to kill you," which is the worst Elton John pull I could have possibly gotten at that moment. I hope you don't mind that I threw you a bomb. That is a 26 to hit.
against the guy you already hit.
Yep.
That is a hit.
Okay. It's not very good. 15 points of damage.
That man had a family, and he'll never see them again.
My God!
It seems to me that he lived his life like a candle in the wind.
They're gonna hold a vigil for him later. Goodbye, English Rose.
Can I do it?
This was his last day on the job, by the way. He was gonna retire from bodyguarding and working. He just had enough of it. He had enough of the rat race, and now he's dead.
Can I do
Do
it?
you think he was like saving up his money too? Just like he was gonna like
He was like, one more day, one more
day,
day,
and I
it's
can finally
Friday.
buy that coffee shop.
He's gonna get his paycheck and just call it. Now he's dead. What do you want to do, Grant? Check.
Can I do a check on the flying thing?
Yeah, that is going to be a knowledge, I believe, planes. Let me make sure.
I thought so.
Aberration. Aberration is it Arcana?
Arcana. Yeah, I don't have it, unfortunately, so I will not do a check. That's my turn.
It is?
That's your turn. Hell of a turn.
I thought it was
Took out one
Dungeoneering.
guy. It is the remaining dude's turn. The guy with the great sword. He is he's standing right next to Voldriff, so I think he's going to do that. Let me see if he has any feats. Shitty feats. All right, let's just swing out with a great sword. Crits 19 to 20. Voldriff. This could be bad. That's going to be an 18.
An 18 total?
No, 18 total.
No! I've got an AC of 20!
Ah! Misses with the great sword. Oh, that would have been a clutch crit. 4d6 plus 6 damage if I nailed it.
That's really too bad that didn't happen.
Really, really too bad. You hate to see it. Moving right along, it is Voldriff's turn. This guy hasn't been touched yet.
Well, let's see if we can change that.
Get him,
Thanks to
Voldriff.
Jason Bowman.
You're gonna attack old Voldriff, are you? Well, why don't you see my father's axe up close and personal? I got a 25 to hit.
Yep.
That'll
Does
do.
8 points of damage. Ka-chunk!
8 points of ka-chunk to this dude. I was so worried that you had cleave when they were both standing right next to you. I was like, I'm going to risk it. Because that would have been brutal.
The joke's on me. I do have cleave, and I just forgot.
I'm glad I didn't bring it up, because I thought I was like, do you have cleave? Lead you right into Cleveland. Good job, Troy. It is Dr. Bixby's turn. Ooh, boy. He's got 2 dudes now, all up in his business. Alfonso and the Crystal Ghost. One dude and one dudette, as it were. He's mad. He was really psyched about glitter dust. He woke up this morning. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna study glitter dust. I never use it, but I'm gonna study it today because I feel like it's gonna come in handy."
Feels like a glitter
Well,
dust
I
day.
can never go invisible, at least in this combat. You can take heart there, and I am the Crystal Ghost, so
That's
maybe
true.
I could be a ghost.
Ghost. I hate all these spells. No, actually, this is a good one. All right, we're gonna do. He's gonna move. What is the range on that? Is such shit.
Troy, while you're figuring that out, I'd just like to correct that I could never have cleaved on a kill like Grant did anyway.
Yeah, you would have had to hit the last time. But you almost
I
did. You
wouldn't-
did if you rolled
did,
the
but
20. But yeah,
Just didn't want anyone to,
there was a dice snafu.
didn't want to think you'd actually gotten one over on us, Troy.
Well, I appreciate it. You know what? What it comes down to is I appreciate your honesty.
Yep.
That's really one thing we lack.
My best
in our
quality.
sessions.
Yeah.
All right, that's. Oh, I gotta touch you.
Honesty is what you do fourth best.
That's right. I think actually, yeah, I've got that written
Or
down.
was that cuddling?
I'll tell you in a second. Give me 1 second to find the note.
Right. Okay. He's gonna go ahead and throw some scorching rays.
Sure.
Yeah.
I
don't have to. No, I want to make sure it was a ranged touch attack. All right. So that's gonna be if they hit 46 points of damage, 1 at Alfonso, 1 at the Crystal Ghost. Do I have to roll to hit on both of them, right? Obviously. Can I shoot those at 2 different targets?
How many rays do you have?
I have 2 rays. Yeah,
Then
each
you
ray
should.
requires range. Okay, and then you get a save. God, I haven't done Scorching Ray in 100 years. My Ron
it's a
Powerhouse was
a classic.
a sorcerer. This was my go-to.
Wait,
All right,
there's no save on Scorching Ray, is there?
No, it's
Yeah.
a touch
No.
attack.
You got to roll to hit.
Yeah, you just gotta roll the hit.
There's a DC with it.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought
think-
it just had spell resistance.
Yeah, no, the DC was for something else. No saving throw. Great. I hope I hit. All right, so touch AC.
Cuddling is what I do fourth best.
Oh, I was right.
Cuddling.
First one is going to be a 14 against touch on the Crystal Ghost.
Yep.
Oh,
Against touch.
awesome. Oh my God, 4, 4, 6, 5.
Oh my god.
4d6, 4, 4, 6, 5. But 19 points of damage. Unconscious and dying?
No, I'm good. I'm not good, but I'm still up.
Wow. Here is the touch ray against Alfonso. That is going to be a 13 against touch.
Miss, and thank
You're,
God
you're
because
muted,
he would
Joe.
be
Joe, you're
permanently
muted, but
dead.
I'm reading your
Outraged.
mouth, and it said miss. But no, I actually think it was a hit. I'm going to ahead and roll the damage because I'm pretty sure the
I mean-
word that came out of his mouth was giant hit. He's saying yes, it was a hit. I can't believe it was such a monstrous hit. He's being so demonstrative about
I mean,
it.
shoot, against touch, that's so brutal. Against a 3rd level character, my touch AC is 12. You were gonna hit on almost
check.
anything.
He's the big
4,
bad.
6.
Well, I missed on Alfonso. You were the one that boldly walked up there, knowing your touch
Check,
AC.
check.
There you are.
There you
Joe's
are.
back. Joe, that was a hit for 24 points of damage. I rolled 4 6s. I don't know if you were
Yeah,
able to
dude,
hear
like
that.
no joke. That's permadeath. Permadeath. Like I don't know. Whatever. All right.
But 13 was a
But
miss,
13 missed. Yes.
Okay,
13 missed.
right? It's the Flying Mouth's turn.
By the way, here's what I had to do to get my audio working again. I just had to open the settings menu in Discord. Not change anything, just open the menu, and then everything worked.
Now you sound like Will I Am on Autotune.
Tonight's gonna be a good
I have
night.
to just open the settings.
Mazel tov.
Joe, I'm not. That's what they'll call you. It is the Flying Mouth's turn. I'll give Joe a break and go after somebody else here. Let's see if he's got to protect his boss at all turns, so he's gonna go right after the Crystal Ghost. block
You
it.
realize I'm basically dead, right? But go ahead. Do your
Oh,
thing.
you are. Yeah. No,
You just hit me with a scorching ray.
I forgot I did that. Yeah, no, I want to spread the wealth a little bit. Let's go right after Braven. Braven is closest.
I don't like this move
He is
for
the
a couple
bravenest.
reasons.
I forgot that I just blasted you. I'm so fired up. Okay, this is going to be a bite. Yeah, let's do the. Oh, do I want to do the sting?
Oh, the sting! I didn't know sting was involved. He'll be
Roxanne!
watching me.
Maybe I'll do the sting. What is the onset of that disease? Nah, fuck that. Let's do the bite. Natty 17. That's a 23 to hit, Grant.
That's exactly my AC.
Holy shitballs. That is 7 points of damage, and then it goes to grab you. Is your CMD as high as your AC? Oh, dude. 23?
Yeah, that grabs me.
All right, so same thing. These sharp, long fangs come out of this flying mouth and just sink into your skin. What is going on here? Kingpin is dead, but the flying mouth lives. It's
Bullshit.
the Crystal Ghost turn. Crystal Ghost,
I
you're
think
doing
I think
that.
Grant might have just quit the Glass Cannon Network with the way he threw that hat.
I just wanted to. I hated that hat. It's because my head is so fucking huge. It doesn't fit my head.
Dude, when
You
you
have
put
a
it on
red
backwards,
and
I was just laughing at how it's like on the last clip.
Holding on for dear life.
It's like your uncle's belt buckle at Thanksgiving after seconds. It's just like barely holding on by a thread.
You have a permanent crease on your forehead. It
I
looks like you've
know.
been branded.
It's bad, dude. I had it on 2 notches. I need to only have it on 1 for my noggin. I'm an 8 1/4 fitted.
Just leave it open and just kind of like let it drift there on top of your head.
we gotta get special fitted Johns for me.
It is Crystal Ghost turn. Crystal, you're not looking too good.
No, not looking great. Still, I'm gonna
Charge
do-
directly at the boss.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
It's bold.
Because I'm a hero. I will charge at the doctor. Actually, I'm not gonna. I don't need to charge, so I'm just gonna move and attack.
Seems to me you lived your life like a ghost in the wind, running at bosses. Cause you think that you have plot armor, but you don't. I'll fucking kill you in a side
Would it be? It seems to me you lived your life like a slow bird in rough wind.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
That's a bottle cap, Mona.
Oh!
Digital bottle cap, Joe. Do an auto-tuned digital bottle cap.
Digital battle crap.
Oh, it actually worked.
It actually
It sounded
worked.
amazing. The podcast people won't hear it; they'll hear the clean audio. But I hope you guys enjoyed it.
No, the stream hears me fine too. It's just you guys on Discord. Something's
okay,
up with
okay.
Discord.
Oh, you guys just missed that. That was really funny. Yeah, bottle cap. Way to bring back the rough winds.
Thank you. Thank you.
Crystal Ghost, you charge up at this guy. Do you think I won't kill you?
I rolled a natural 19, Troy.
Oh, that's a critical threat.
With a power attack. That is a critical threat, my friend.
Oh no!
Do it. Finish it.
No. Okay.
21 to hit.
Come on, Troy. That's got to be a hit against the caster.
21 to confirm. 21.
That's a confirmed crit. I can't believe this. How many hit points do you have left?
Oh.
9.
9 hit points. Confirmed crit. Another $50 to directly. Is that 150 this week?
We're at 150 so far. Yep.
Oh, that's amazing. 200 last week, 150 this week. I can't believe the amount of crits.
Just phenomenal.
Amazing.
All right, let's go to James from Fairmount, Minnesota.
Hi,
Bow before your master. You strike downward with such incredible force, you drop your target to the ground. Double damage, and the target is prone. No save.
Oh yes!
That's amazing.
That is huge, Crystal Ghost.
Bow down before the one you
So
Sick.
I did.
You're going to get what you deserve.
Oh, amazing. What a hero.
Double damage. What is that?
So that
total?
is 20 points of damage.
Fuck. Oh, God. 20 points of damage, and he's prone. Oh,
Try
gross.
taking that 5-foot step to get out of that attack of opportunity now, Troy.
Oh, and I'm cornered. I had to move all the way to the corner in order to get that fireball off, and it came back to bite me in the ass.
Alfonso, he's down. Get over here now.
And it is Alfonso's turn.
Yeah, I think he's just only going to have time here for double move. 10, 15, 20, 20, 30. Oh, yeah, I come up like 15 feet shy. And I don't think I have any other options. Oh, God. Son of a bitch. I just saw that I could spend a point of panache to get an extra D6 to an escape artist or acrobatics check. Son of a bitch! I should learn this
Oh, that would've
character.
been great.
All right, I'm gonna double move and get right up next to him.
It's funny how sometimes just playing is how you really learn the characters. You can study it all you want. It's not
Yeah,
until you
and I mean, I
actually do it, you're
literally,
like,
I read some of these today, and I just wasn't thinking of it in the moment. I was so furious
the
about the
same.
audio quality.
I do the same exact thing. It is Braven's turn. Braven, you are grappled by this thing. You don't know what it's going to do, but it looks like it has evil intent.
But when I'm grappled, one of my hands isn't free, or both of my hands free. How do they count?
Both your hands are free. You can only use a light slashing weapon,
Okay.
I think.
No,
If
no,
they're
no.
both
Both
free-
your hands are free, but you can only do actions that require one hand or use a one-handed weapon.
Okay, then I will not be able to gather power to reduce burn. I need. Well, actually, I only need one hand free to do. Let me just double check that real quick. When both hands are free. Okay, so I cannot gather power. I will just desperately shoot a single water blast at this creature and hope that it lets go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, come on, out of the box.
This thing has not been hit yet.
17 on the die. That's a 23.
That is a hit.
Beautiful.
Okay, that is 17 points of damage.
Whew, man, you get
Is that-
17 on the reg.
Does that
26
provoke?
plus 9.
Grant?
Do you have to roll a concentration check, or does that provoke?
Let me look
do you
at the-
cast defensively?
It's not a spell. It's not a spell-like ability, is it?
If while I'm gathering power, I have to make a concentration check, but there's no concentration check that I have listed under my kinetic blast. There's standard action.
Sorry,
they
the
don't,
kinetic blast, Grant, is a supernatural ability or is it spell-like? It's supernatural, right?
It's parentheses SP, so spell like,
Oh,
I guess.
so then
Oh,
yeah,
so the would.
it would.
But you,
yes.
you can just roll to cast defensively.
Okay,
Yep.
I'll do that.
But you're grappled, so it's going to be DC 10 plus my CMB plus the spell level, or you lose the spell.
Okay, and then the spell level. Hold on.
You don't get no attack of opportunity. It's just a matter-
Let me just see. Okay, so my kinetic blast has a spell level equal to half the kineticist class level, so it's a +1 for that spell level. So what's the total DC?
It is going to be 10 plus 1, 11 plus the CM Bizzle of the creature, 6, so 17.
Okay, and I'm adding my caster level to this D20. I always forget with concentration. I rarely roll them.
Yes,
Oh.
unless you have something that buffs it.
19.
Then he takes that 17 points of damage.
Yes!
And you do not
16 on the die.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Nice.
Huge,
Excellent.
huge.
Excellent. That was it like teetered. I'm using a new rolling box tonight, and I was amazing.
absolutely huge. Let's see what this foot soldier can do here. I really want him.
Oh, can
Get
I
a
break
hit
free,
off.
breaking free of grapples a standard action? I
Standard.
can't try to roll for that. Okay, I will
Yeah,
not.
no. But you did mess it up. That's probably more important right now, unless it kills you on its next turn. Let's take a swing at Voldriff here. Oh, your AC is too high.
That's right.
19.
You missed by 1, poor bastard.
All right, so I'll take a 5-foot step to the south just to kind of draw you away from everything. But that's it. Meanwhile, the Naiad twitch, tongue.
Right,
the
right. The
miner's on the
Naiad.
wall.
Don't forget the
So-
Naiad.
Still working away, and it is Voldriff's turn. Voldriff!
Meanwhile, back to
Voldriff takes a 5-foot step and says,
You don't run away from me, mate. You owe me 75 gold pieces.
and I'm just gonna swing.
Come on with this goddamn map.
Power attack, by the way.
Power attack, of course.
As per usual. That gives me a 23.
That is a hit.
That does 14 points of damage.
14
Awesome,
points of
dude.
damage.
Ah, I'll take your orb. Ah!
I'll take your arm.
He looks like he's on his last legs. It's Dr. Bixby's turn. Dr. Bixby. Dr. Bixby Fontaine is on
He's
his
going down to Provoke Town.
back. Gross. What a crit. What a real shit show crit.
What a great crit. Who was it? It was what's this
James?
fella's name? James from Fairmount, Minnesota.
Minnesota, go Gophers, represent.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna roll a concentration check to see if I can cast this spell.
And provoke?
No,
No,
it's
to avoid the AOO.
Yeah,
is
he's
it to
on the-
avoid the AOO?
Yeah.
So you're casting.
I'm sorry, you're casting defensively?
I'm casting defensively, yeah.
Got
so
it.
I'm just see if I miss it, I lose the spell. What's the DC for this? though? I
15
always-
plus double the spell level.
15 plus double the spell. All right, I got a plus 9. Natty 18.
Oh, no.
Reaches out, touches your leg
No.
with a shocking grasp.
Oh, no.
So you got to roll to hit me. You got to roll to hit me now.
Yes. This could
Against
be
touch?
You're against touch.
Oh,
Against
this
touch.
is bad.
Against touch, that is 16.
Yep.
Oh, no. God damn it.
Now, when you cast offensively, do you avoid the AOO from both people that are threatening you, or just one?
It's not avoiding the AOO, it's seeing if you can get the spell off. This is something we constantly get wrong. When you cast defensively, if you fail, you lose the spell. You don't provoke. Even as I say it, I don't think it's right, but I know it's something we consistently get wrong.
I think
so
he's good.
for-
I think he's good.
5, 6, 11 points plus 13 points of damage on the shocking grasp.
Yep. I am unconscious and dying.
Oh, no.
Let me ask you this. I did attack you while prone. Does that count as a melee attack?
Yeah, so you take a -4 to the. You should have taken a -4 to that attack.
All right, and I said
And it's a melee attack.
16
You said
against
16, so you get me exactly.
Get you exactly with the
Oh
charge.
my
Just making
God.
sure. The crystal ghost is unconscious, dying,
No.
and covered in glitter.
And covered in glorious glitter.
Meanwhile,
it
it is
fall into
the
the water.
flying mountain's turn. Here's what's going to happen, Grant. It's going to try and maintain the grapple. If it does, you and I are going to have a little conversation.
No.
To maintain the grap. $18.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Really?
Siren's Gate did that
18? Really?
perfectly.
It's
Yeah, I
not
rolled
higher? Are you
bad.
sure?
I rolled shitty. Oh, you were asking Grant about his
Your
CMD.
CMD?
My CMD? Yeah, ungrappled, it's 15.
He's a kineticist, man.
Yeah, but he's a hobgoblin.
It's true. This
he's
is what
not.
happens.
Yeah, I'm not a
As-
hobgoblin.
As he main,
Filthy lie.
I'm sorry. Forget I said anything, Dr. LaFontaine, whatever your name is.
And then Braven just walks slowly out of the room, facing everyone with the same look.
Not a hobgoblin.
the teeth go inside of your body and then start spreading out as it bores a hole into the bite mark. And as it's boring the hole, it looks like it's trying to slither inside of your body.
Gross.
So you take
It's trying to go straight for my scrotum. I'm telling you, this is a testicle.
15
wants to go
points of
home.
damage.
15 points of damage? Holy shit.
Yep, twice its normal bite damage on this thing. This exceptional ability called Gnaw into Flesh.
Really inventive.
So is it
Really
inside of
creative.
me now?
No. When you die, it will slither inside of your body, sliding its tendrils into the victim's limbs and controlling the body like a puppet.
Braven screams out and goes, Voldriff!
Voldriff! This thing
I
is
can't-
in.
I can't even try to attempt to like take a spell. Like if I fail to cast defensively, it's just gonna hit me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. If you cast defensively, you just lose
Oh,
the spell.
Okay. Well then I'll
It's
try.
crazy. We've talked about it now 3
I
times. and
know.
We're still
I
not
always
100%.
get confused. Yeah.
We all have the same blind spot for it. It is the Crystal Ghost turn. The Crystal Ghost, please roll to stabilize. Crystal.
It's my turn? I just went.
Oh,
no,
okay,
I didn't.
No.
No, you
You were
didn't.
just the subject of his
I was
turn.
just the subject.
brutal beatdown by Dr. Bixby Fontaine.
Yeah. So I will roll the stabilize.
How
I'm at
far?
a -4.
-4.
Natty 19.
Stable. Sure,
Stable.
you'll live forever.
I'll live forever.
Big turn here. Big turn for Alfonso.
Alfonso does not hesitate at all. He's standing in position over a weakened enemy. It's on the ground. He reaches Move action. I think. I don't know. Who knows? Reaches, pulls off a vial. Swift action.
You should.
Glug,
You
glug,
should
glug,
know.
glug, glug. Swift, true strike. And is not going to fuck around with this chance to stab this guy in the heart. So just need to dodge a natural 1. Just need to dodge.
1 in 20 chance.
For direct relief.
What? Natural 2.
Wow.
Oh my god! But I think we're okay.
Wow.
I think we're fine.
That should cover it. What's
Yeah.
your total? At least 22 plus.
Total's
yours to hit.
30. Yeah. So
That is a hit.
that
Good
is.
thing you drank that.
I know. I was like, I'm not messing around with this. And I will. Yeah. Let's see. That is 7 points of damage with the rapier.
7 points of damage with the rapier. He is still standing.
No.
He's still standing. It is now Braven's turn. Braven, how are we
Let's-
doing on HP?
Let's
Okay.
let's just talk about the 4 if you have to know.
Okay.
Troy.
It's not for me. It's for little Johnny.
It's little Johnny. Little Johnny wants to know. Let's roll to cast defensively.
Sitting at home, he's got his little spreadsheet. He's like a guy in the stands watching a baseball game, keeping score. He's like, "How many hit points is Braven at? I lost track."
It's a 14.
14
ca-
to
Cast
Cast defense.
defensively.
Yeah, that's not gonna be enough. So you lose the spell and perhaps your life. Let's find out.
It's nice that they're talents though, and it's not like I've lost a spell slot or something. Like anything I do, I can do an unlimited number of times a day. So at least that is a silver lining.
Guy steps up to Voldriff, or did he even have to? Did Voldriff already step down to him? Yeah, he already did. He swings and misses again. This guy now he looks scared. He sees his buddy, just the blood from Kingpin going into the pool of water as the Naiad continues to twitch. King, 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 king. New round, Voldriff.
Come
I
on,
look
Voldriff.
right
Come on,
at
dude.
that
Get us out of
guy.
this.
And I'm like,
You don't scare me at all.
and then I just turn around and walk toward Braven.
Oh my God! What a hero!
And I don't. Are they in the same square technically? The two. of them?
No, he's where he is, like biting into his square. But you're gonna
Okay.
take the obvious miss of the attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna dare you to miss me. I
How dare you? How dare you dare me? I missed.
Right, cool.
I thought it was
that was gonna
20.
happen.
I was gonna be like,
So,
yeah, it was a
that would have been funny, but no. So I guess I'm gonna cut in through this way. Did you say I'm gonna get a minus to hit him if I'm attacking there?
little slide. No, you're squeezing. I think that affects your AC. I don't know if it affects
Oh
your
yeah.
to
Okay.
hit.
Okay. Cool. Well, then I'm going to power attack that mouth.
Get off my
Okay.
bed!
Beautiful.
Come on,
I just
get
looked
him,
up-
dude. This is gonna be huge.
I just looked up squeezing without adding Pathfinder, and got a lot of weird stuff.
A lot of weird things.
Why would I
came
just
up.
look up squeezing?
I also feel like the map as intended, that's not a squeezing square. I feel like it's just not aligned in roll 20.
Guys, I don't
No, it's aligned. It's
Oh,
I
it
just found, I just found, by the way, I still don't know how to work Discord, but David Winters is sending me DMs on the rules. So if you want to try again, David, feel free. I'll find it this time. But he did confirm that you take those penalties when grappling, except those to make a grapple or escape a grapple.
Yeah.
You don't
Got it.
take those penalties.
I
So
would've-
let us know about this other one.
Yeah, it is a
Squeezing.
-4 to attack and AC
Oh God.
for squeezing. If
Oh, so
that,
I got a -4.
yeah.
Oh, well then I only got a 22.
Ooh.
a
Get
hit.
out of here.
And I'd like your bottle cap back for that tone. Gah! I thought I got you.
I
Okay.
have 2 from forever ago. Which one of these do you want?
Oh, nice.
Those
I
from
love
other
it.
games.
I love it.
Okay, so with that in mind, I think it's important to understand that I do 14 points of damage to that thing.
He had 13 hit points left.
Oh, that's for you, hobby!
That's so big. That's so big.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my
I don't even
God.
care that you called me Javi.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. That thing is dead. Now
Is it still
there is
attached?
one. Yeah, it's just kind of like it slowly falls out of the hole that's gaping on Braven's shoulder. All that's left is Dr. Bixby and the foot soldier. The foot soldier looks like shaken by this whole thing. He sees his buddy goes down. He sees the hideous monster that he thought would save the day go down. He sees Dr. Bixby take down one of you guys, but he's now on his back still in a bad position. It's Dr. Bixby's turn. Here's what's going to happen. Did you see that D6 that I rolled on
No.
the table or no? I want to make sure you guys
I
can
see it in
that.
the chat,
Yeah,
but
you
not
see it
on
in
the
chat.
table.
I wonder if there's a way
You rolled
that-
a 1, correct?
You have to enable 3D dice.
I
Yes.
did that, yeah. But
settings.
it's not coming up. I want like everyone watching to be able to see it. If I roll D10 right now, you don't see that thing
No.
come flying across the table. No. Okay, you just see it.
You have to click. You have to click on the left on the die icon. Pick the die that you want, and then click and drag and let go and release, and like you're rolling it.
Oh, so like that. Do you see that one? No.
Try again.
No.
No, I really don't think so. I'm looking at a. Yeah, I don't think.
All right, but you do see it in the chat, so let's just go with that. I want you guys to see this, to do it for real, because here's what's going to happen. Dr. Bixby Fontaine is going to try and cast Dimension Door to get the fuck out of here.
Come
Okay.
on.
That's what he's going to do.
This
I'm telling you right
sucks.
now. This guy's got too much on the
what I
line.
would
He's not
do.
going to sit and die here.
That's what I would do.
I
He
would.
knows where the money's
What
hidden.
level is Dimension Door? Is this going to be a hard check?
Dimension Door? What level is this dude?
This dude's legit.
I cast Dimensional Anchor. He can't leave.
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
immediate action.
Exactly.
all
I
right,
sprinkle a ring of magical silver dust around him, chaining him into this plane. Since I'm also a 15th level character.
All right, so
That's a
he's
4th
gotta
level
roll.
spell.
He's got to roll a concentration check.
Grant, that's so fun. I mean, Fireball was 3rd level. I was like, this guy's.
Well, I'll
gotta
tell you
be
right
a
now.
7th level caster.
As written, you're not meant to beat him. He's meant to get away. You've just because of
Well, because of the
Matthew's
crit. Because of the
you
crit.
put him in a position where you might actually kill him. So I want to try and get out of there. But now I've let you get too close. So
Yeah, you're screwed, Troy.
I got to roll the concentration here. What did we say the
Can
the DC was?
Can I spend a bottle cap to give you disadvantage
Yeah.
on the concentration check?
Yeah.
And I
okay.
think I have one, don't I? Didn't I get one inside
I
my sausage?
know I have one.
You got one last week. Yes,
I thought
you
I did. Yeah. And I'm going to use it right here.
It's 15
Okay.
plus double the spell level.
Because I would love to get everything on this dude's person and
Oh,
kill this
shit.
dude.
15
Oh.
plus double the spell level.
And you have to roll twice and take the lower result.
So that's
All
a
right, so it's
23.
DC 23, and I got a +9 to concentration. All right, I'm gonna roll it in the sidebar here so you guys can see it.
All right.
I'm gonna say roll. I think it's /roll 2d20. Let me just make sure this works. I'll roll 2d10 and see. if
It might
that
add
works.
them up, though. I don't.
Just roll a d20 and then
Just roll a
another
d20 and then roll another d20.
Yeah, it did add it up. All right, here we go. /roll d20. Come on. +9 because I get a +9. Come on.
The suspense.
It's so tense.
15.
Oh.
I
The
failed.
first one made it.
The first one made it.
No,
the first one
one
failed.
failed.
Oh,
failed.
I see. You're adding the
Oh,
plus.
so you
sign.
fail anyway.
So
you
you
fail
fail.
regardless.
You
fail
fail.
anyway.
Awesome.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna do it again.
You're not
the
going
second one to
anywhere.
see if the disadvantage, and I rolled a 25 on the second one, so the disadvantage is what made it. I
Oh,
lose
dude.
Dimension Door, and so I'm trapped there on the
You're
ground.
not going anywhere.
And
son
that's
of a
my
bitch.
turn.
Oh,
And
that's
so
sad.
it is the Crystal Ghost turn.
We
Crystal
might have
Ghost
not
is
wanted to keep him
stabilized
there.
and unconscious. It's Alfonso's turn.
So nice.
All right, I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to drink an elixir of True Strike and go again.
Okay.
Just trying to not mess around
Critical,
here.
baby.
Got
Critical.
the hit. Did not crit, unfortunately, but got the hit. Max damage. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Where he's on the ground, your drinking doesn't provoke, right? Not that I want to even work melee. with him.
No. My drinking never provokes.
Does
okay.
he have a weapon in hand?
He doesn't. He was
That's
just
your
gonna,
friends, Joe.
he was gonna slap him on the ankle. Look at what I did to
hope
my
he has,
arm today. Just
improved on
jump
armor.
right
Oh,
there. Isn't that brutal.
Brutal.
Anyways, it is who is that? Alfonso. It's Braven's turn. Braven, you have been saved by your new buddy Voldriff. What do you do?
Wait, is he still alive? He's still alive?
Yeah, still alive.
Oh, he's still
After 10
alive.
After 10 points of damage?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
that's
oh,
unfortunate.
Oh, that guy's still alive.
Yeah, he probably still has a lot.
Braven is going to pull water out of the air right by his face and then touch his heart with it, and it's going to trickle into his skin and heal him. He's going to take another point of burn, so he's 2 points of burn for the day. That's 5 on the first die, 6 on the second die. That's 20 points of healing.
Do you want to move at all?
I do. I want to move right up to that wall with 30 feet of move action. Am I able to take a acrobatics check to get up
5,
there?
10, 15, 20, and then you'll go half speed. No, you need to wait till next turn.
Okay, so I'll position myself next to the wall in order to be
Yeah.
able to climb up there next turn.
Yeah, no, you want to go right next to it because you actually have to jump acrobatics.
Got it.
That wall goes floor to ceiling, but you can pull a sweet little maneuver, or maybe.
Oh,
you'll
I
fall
see.
and
It's
fall.
a little dipsy doodle step around. If I was actually in
It's
the
your
green,
classic dipsy doodle step around. Yeah.
I could just like kind of lean my leg out over it as Grant sized, but
right.
Braven
Yeah.
can't.
You could. Yeah. You'd
Grant.
be fine.
The title of your autobiography has to be Classic Dipsy Doodle Step Around.
The Grant Berger story.
Grant Berger
Eric
story.
should
As
be
told
my
to Matthew
father's
Kapakaza.
As told to Matthew Kapakaza.
It is Voldriff's turn, followed by Dr. Bixby. You never know what this guy's got up his sleeve, but now he's pissed. You just took one of his best
I
spells
did.
away.
I'm regretting it.
I mean, really, you did it. You did it to he did it to himself.
I'm not happy about it.
Whose turn is it?
It is Voldriff's. New round.
Well,
oh, no, it's the
It's
soldier.
this guy's, right?
I've
Yeah.
counted him out.
Yeah,
He actually starts running away.
Good.
Yeah,
double
as he
moves.
should. The coward.
Serves you right.
He double moves into
Oh,
that
I love it.
hallway.
As he runs away, Voldriff just yelled like, "Serves you right."
Yeah.
He comes back. He's like, "What? I couldn't hear you. I was already in the hallway. What did you say?
Kill you if you want.
Oh no,
Uh,
that's fine. I'll see you later."
All right, fuck off
Takes
then.
off.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna move up to here. And I have to be in that square that Braven's in right now to jump, right?
Yeah, or you could try something really risky and just do a real quick dipsy doodle step around on the tiny little space next to him. But I mean, I don't know how good your acrobatics are.
I do. I'm at -8 right now, so I think I'm gonna pass. On
Get a
that.
pass. Okay.
But could I do this? Could I like make a little like, all right, just climb over me, mate? You know, can I like aid another his check?
Yeah, absolutely. You can.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll give him
I'm gonna
a roll a. Well, I guess you'd be rolling. You just roll strength. You're not really rolling
All right.
acrobatics.
Oh,
Dave.
that's my favorite thing for you to have said.
Yeah,
I get a 10, which is what I need.
which is what you need. All right, so Braven, you'll get a +2 to your acrobatics
Beautiful.
check on the next round. I'm not 100% sure if that's how it works, but I like how
I
we
just
play
like do
it.
one of these, and I'm like, ah,
Yeah. You're not really helping acrobat. You're using your strength, so yeah, that's perfect. All right, cool. It is Dr. Bixby's turn. I told you I'm not happy about this. Shit. God, I mean, it's DC. All right, I guess I gotta lower the spell level to try and hit this concentration. I am going to. Are you right? You're right next to me, right?
Your time has come, you son of a bitch.
Don't you talk to me like that.
All your
Uh,
money, all your power, it means nothing now. We are coming
He's
for
gonna
you.
he's gonna cast Burning Hands. See if he can knock you unconscious. Gain
Did both
some
people?
space. I think he.
Oh, first square is just one, right?
Yeah, the
Doesn't
way I'm
spread out until
Yeah,
later.
no, it's just on Alfonso. Okay, Burning Hands. Do I have to roll? Is that range touch?
No. It's an
No.
AOE. It's just I get a reflex save.
All right, so roll your reflex save.
Well, roll your concentration check to not lose this. Or
Roll your-
cast defensively.
Shut up check. All right, so that's going to be
17.
Scorching Ray is second level, so 4 plus 15. You said? Is it
Yeah.
15 plus double. the
15
spell?
plus double, yeah.
Jeepers. All right, so I got to roll a 10 or higher, and I rolled a 9.
Yes,
Oh,
dude.
oh, right.
Amazing. Your time has come. Your time.
That's a
Nah.
good looking die, Troy.
Oh, you like that? That's Norse Foundry, buddy. Cat's Eye Green. Don't look at it too long. It's my die, not yours. I can't believe I had a 10 or higher. I roll a fucking 9. It's now the Crystal Ghost turn. Crystal Ghost is still unconscious. Alfonso, biggest turn of your life here. It was your heart that opened this pathway to even get into this area here. What do you want to do?
Sorry, you talking to me? I'm
Alfonso
sorry.
Yes, yes.
You said Crystal Ghost's turn, and I forgot
Really?
that meant
You
nothing.
really missed that buildup.
You like gave him the give and go, and he just didn't go.
It took so long, I thought it was actually my turn and I was screwing
I'm
up.
so
but
sorry.
It was
I
Joe,
heard you say Crystal Ghost. I thought we were going to get a flashback. All right. I will. Yeah, he's definitely. He's like, you're not going anywhere, you son of a bitch. And as he tries to cast, he's not able to both defend himself and get the spell off. And so Alfonso is just like, it was all about the money for you. And he looks across at this creature that's in the center of this pool after talking to this enlightened sort of ancient creature being in the other room. He feels, obviously that these people had been manipulated and used for something pretty awful. And he has experience with that, and those, people that do that kind of thing. And he's just like, well, now we've got someone who's playing your own game. Me. I'm going to find a way to bring you all down, and we're going to start with you. And I will try to stab him, so it's a -4 to his AC while he's on the ground. Now that I actually have to roll. Come on, O'Brien. Come on, dude. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
17
minus
hits
4, yeah.
for 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. He is still standing.
This is lame.
Not for long, but yeah, you need.
But he used up a couple spells, two in a row, which is great.
It goes
great.
Braven, Voldriff, and then him again. And I'm really trying to get out of here. I think I'm gonna be
Doodle.
good.
Dipsy
Dipsy
doodle,
doodle.
step around.
You got a +2 to this acrobatics check. Let's see what you got.
20.
20,
13 on the dice.
you
plus
make
5 plus 2. Perfect. So I get to move half my speed. So
Yep,
5,
half your speed.
10, 15. Can I see him through the wall on this side?
He is prone.
So he'll get a bonus,
Um,
and I would lose outside of my first range increment against him. But
Well,
could I
bonus,
shoot?
or is he not?
I don't
does he
think
have
you can
total
see him.
concealment.
I don't think you can see him because of that
Total cover,
Okay.
rather.
ledge there. Yeah.
Then Braven will move another 20, 5, 30. He'll move, immediately next to the Crystal Ghost to shoot over him next round.
Great. And I don't think range increments would have mattered for a spell, right? You just can't cast it. It's not like a crossbow.
That makes sense.
It's not like
It
a
is-
gun.
Right, it's
It
not
is-
like a gun.
It's Voldriff's turn. Voldriff, what are you thinking here? Acrobatics is not your jam. Is
Voldriff
swimming?
reaches back for the light crossbow on his back and then realizes, shit, I spent all my money on armor and my axe and I got no ranged weapon at all. And then he moves over here and tries to do his dwarven dipsy doodle.
The old
Come
dwarven
on,
Dwarven
dipsy-
dipsy
Dwarven
doodle.
dipsy doodle. And he's at a -8. So I don't think that's possible. So how do bottle caps work? I might want to spend a bottle cap. to up this.
You roll twice and take the better result.
All right, I'm gonna spend a bottle cap.
DC
to-
15.
Okay.
Well, yeah, so it's impossible. So you don't want
No,
to
it's not impossible. You just got to roll.
On a natural 20, he fails.
Yeah, it's a
that's
12.
funny.
Would you
Yeah,
give it?
so
Would you
then-
give it to him on a natural 20?
I would, but I'm trying
For a
to
bottle cap?
see if there's
Step into the water. It's fine.
No, I'm
How
not gonna-
does anyone in this place ever get up there or down? They
dimension
all
door.
have to be gymnasts?
dimension door?
they dimension door. It's only for it's only for him. That's his lair.
I literally have. Well, but no. All right, then I'm not gonna do that because it seems totally pointless. I'm just gonna start walking down. 5,
Oh, through the other.
10,
No.
15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm just walking toward these slaves. with my axe.
to just take off their orbs one by one.
I'm not saying what I'm doing yet, but I have literally, if I fall into the water, I'm going to sink to the bottom, and I can't really swim either, so I got nothing. So I'm just making my slow way around, and that's it. I'm done.
Making your slow way around.
Yep.
Okay. It's his turn. It's Dr. Bixby Fontaine's turn. I really, really want to get out of here. I want to get out of here alive the way I intended. But I cannot seem to
music is so
get
good
past
right
you
now.
guys. Do I want to take the risk on this? On doing my other 4th level spell?
Oh, please, cast a force.
If I get it, I'll get out of there.
You could also not roll to cast defensively. Take the AOO. I could miss. / even if I hit, the DC is just 10 plus the damage taken. It's probably less than the cast defensively check.
I'll tell you right now, he has 6 hit points left.
Oh, you better cast defensively.
Yeah, well, but I like the idea of betting on you.
Yeah, and it is possible for me to not kill you and have you succeed at that concentration check.
All right, I'm gonna split the difference here, and I'm going to
What does that mean?
try a 3rd level spell.
Oh, a lower level spell. Okay.
DC 21. I got a +9.
You gonna roll it for all of us to see?
Gonna roll it for all of you to see.
Yeah.
Roll D20. 21 or higher. +9. D20 +9. Here we go. Yeah! 13! I was gonna turn into a gaseous form and just slink out of there.
Oh, that's a great one. That's a great
That's a good idea.
one.
Yeah, can't do it. He just sits there. He's like, my whole operation, faith water. It's Alfonso's turn for all the marbles. 6 hit points left.
You are done, my friend. It is all over. And I'm going to enjoy drinking your blood. And he stabs him. Natty 17. Finish this dude off. Come on, just not minimum damage. 8 points of damage.
And he is bleeding dead.
Yes!
Wow.
Oh, so freaking pumped right now.
Boom. He hits the ground. His blood commingles with that of the crystal ghost, who also permanently dies.
Oh, that's right. We waited too many rounds, zonies.
I forgot to mention
I
that
stabilized on the first round.
he has death tremors. When he dies, his body explodes for 19 d6 damage, which would unfortunately
Bring it on!
kill Raven and Alfonso as well. And Voldriff is the only surviving member. And this wasn't a flashback;
see you
it was a
next
flash forward.
We have to go back. We have to go back.
This is after the Ravenmoor encounter. This is the new party.
We've
and
been
Voldriff's
6
the only
level all
survivor.
Oh, so good.
Matthew, you've been healed for 13 points, but you take 3 points of non-lethal.
I thank you, my friend. Oh, we got him. Should we free our friend the Dryad? The Naiad.
The Naiad, the wet-ad. She is not dry.
Yes.
If
Let
we
her
just
go.
shattered the glass, would that be able to?
Well, let's be careful. She might depend on this for her very life. Can I do a knowledge check to see if just shattering shit would kill her, or if we have to be more careful about it?
Yeah, roll. You guys can do combos here of like Arcana and or maybe Spellcraft. or
21 Arcana.
21 Arcana. So similar to Diomedes, you see that there's an ethereal nature to her, but she's a lot more substantial. There's magic going on here that you're not quite sure, but you don't know if the tubes are and the water that she's in is what's keeping her here, or if it's supporting her. There's just the only way you'd know is if you try, but she's just still twitching away.
At the very least, we will end her suffering. We should just do it. Let's not overthink it.
All right. Yes.
Voldrif.
Voldrif in the back.
You had the question. You raised your hand.
You know, I'm all for trying to break the apparatus and maybe killing her is fine. If you want to drink her blood, it's not anything on me. But I wonder if maybe we should try and talk to her first. Like maybe through the glass. And if that doesn't work, maybe we ought to go see if Diomedes wants to go talk to her and get her all rescued.
There's one other possibility you're not discussing.
Yes.
All right.
We could take over the largest faith water distribution program in all of Russia. Become
It is
richer
not
than our
hard.
wildest dreams.
And if we could find a way to do it ethically and responsibly, without having to kill people,
Yes. See? If
win-win.
This is what I've always said. If I was in charge of a giant's drug operation, it would be a good thing. It would be healthy. It would be
First you
helpful.
get the money.
I
Then
would
you
run
get
it differently.
All
then
I
you get
want
faith water.
It's 75 gold pieces and I'll be on my way. I don't want to be a drug dealer. I don't want a full-time job. I just want 75 gold pieces.
Yes.
I'm gone.
Do not underestimate the amount of work and stress it would put on you being a full-time drug dealer. It is exhausting. The life of an adventurer for me. Yes, Voldrif, do it. Try to speak to her.
Hey! Lady! You all right in there?
From there, we go inside of the tank and we just hear Voldrif scream. And you see her eyes start open. And she looks at you. Twitches every once in a while. She looks down at her surroundings. She looks down at the tubes attached to her body and just looks at you pleadingly.
Well, I think she wants to be let out.
Yes, but perhaps you're right. We could talk to Diomedes. See if he has any input.
All right.
do
I mean, he's
anything
only in
to
the other
risk.
room.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's go talk to
it
Diomedes.
is
real
no
quick.
trouble. All right, so
Oh,
we'll go into.
can we also free the slaves, maybe, in the process?
Yeah, I was gonna walk up to the slaves. They're like lobotomized, right?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
afraid they are beyond healing. The question
They all
is,
have
do we kill them
scars
all,
on their
or
head.
do we let them live this life of vegetableness?
I don't think they're vegetables. I think they're
It's
just
seriously on the
lobotomized.
table that we're just gonna kill them.
Yeah, seriously, Joe, really?
Everything is on the table. I would
Some
not-
of them are just like their bones are almost bare from the work. But they're
So yeah, all that blood is just like coming from their own hands and shit, right?
Yeah,
Like,
they're just working
Ah,
themselves.
if only
to
there was
death.
a way to magically heal them.
Does it magically
I'm,
put
I was
their
like,
brain
nope,
on?
just kill him.
I'm gonna like. Voldrif is not moral particularly, so he's just like whatever, and he's gonna walk like as if two things: one, to go toward Diomedes, but two, be like, you're gotta do what you gotta do. I just don't want a part of it.
we'll talk to Diomedes.
You go back to the room where Diomedes is, and he's not there.
Huh.
And no matter what, he doesn't come. We say the poem again. We say rough winds. Move.
I
the
recite
tulips
all
and
of
roses. The
Shall I
sonnet
compare thee
18.
to the summer's day?
Whatever it is.
Thou art more lovely, more temperate, etc.
And nothing happens.
Nothing.
Yeah, he's
Wait, did
dead.
nothing happen because he said etc.? Or it wouldn't have happened if he actually said the rest of the poem?
What if he said owls?
Let's just
instead of
assume
etc.?
nothing happens.
Matthew, I think it's best if you do the whole sonnet.
All right. I mean, I'm no Patrick Stewart. He did this recently.
All right, so. Well,
Can someone swim? I just don't want to get in the water.
yes, I will do it. I have no problem. And I'll head in there.
You head into the water, and you again just see her, and she's looking at you. Her eyes following you as you walk along the water. Twitch every so often.
Well, can you... And he's like standing right outside the glass, waving his hand slowly in front of her. Can you hear me?
She just looks.
Blink
at you.
once if you know... If you can hear me.
Nothing. Inside the tank, we just hear.
Well, I wish you luck. I hope you find your people. I hope you are reunited with your clan. And he's just going to try to shatter the glass with the butt of his mithril, or his rapier.
Oh, just with the butt. Okay. Hit it once, hit it twice, 3 or 4 times later, it shatters. The glass just falls into the wading pool, and the tubes that are attached just slowly detach. But she is still floating there as if she was still submerged in water. And her arms fall by her sides, and you see that she's floating even above the surface of the bottom of the tank. And she looks at her body and realizes she's no longer attached. And then her more corporeal form, when compared to Diomedes, starts to fade out, and she disappears, smiling.
She smiled. He turns to the rest of them. See, she went to a better place. Now,
We done rescued her, lads. We did it.
Everybody
Perhaps I'm not
roll-
so evil after all.
Everybody roll a perception check.
18.
21.
22.
4.
Everyone except Voldriff hears very, very faintly, but it's echoing into this chamber, the sound of music. Back from whence you came.
Do you hear that? Do you hear music?
Oh.
Yes.
Good answer. There is something coming from back.
Back from whence we came.
You better check it out. Go quickly.
If
We
you
check it
search
out.
if you search the body of Dr. Bixby Fontaine,
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
I mean, let's be
immediately.
honest. Any loose drugs sitting
Yeah.
around, anything like that?
you find several samples of Faith Water. You find 300 gold pieces, the other
Wow.
75 for the 4 of you, and a wand of shocking grasp.
Ooh.
Right?
Can you cast that, Grant?
No.
How many
Yeah,
charges? I can.
Oh, great.
I mean, when I say I can, I mean like
With use
I
magic
can
device.
UMD. Yeah.
Wand of shocking grasp with 8 charges.
Okay.
What's your UMD bonus?
Plus 8?
Okay, that's way better than mine. Plus 3 for me.
1 UMD. And that's it. Everything else he had on his person. Anything else he left someplace else, perhaps in his home.
Ah, you cheap bastard. All right.
You walk towards the direction of that music.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody's going to go walk towards that music, Alfonso is going to stay behind
Take some drugs.
and wait
Drink some blood.
until they're gone. And then he's just going to move from slave to slave and just whisper in their ear, "This is better. Trust me." And slit each one of their throats with a dagger. Down the line.
And they just,
One after the other.
they all fall backwards. The first one falls backward and the blood starts filling up the pool. The other ones fall directly into the pool. Splash.
And on the third one, just before it goes, he puts his mouth like onto its neck and just drinks a bit and then
From
hustles
that-
back up.
From that scene, we see the other 3 of you, Voldriff, Braven, and the Crystal Ghost, as slowly from behind Alfonso starts running up, walk in the direction of the large chamber. And as you do, the music is getting louder and louder, and you just see 24 or so apparitions of these naiads dancing and singing and playing instruments and having a huge celebration. And they're like there, but they're not there. They're in even less ethereal form than when you met Diomedes, and they're all celebrating. You see Diomedes, in fact, and he puts his hand on a man's shoulder, perhaps Purante's, and Purante is holding a little girl, perhaps the girl in the tank, as we fade out.
Celebrate the love.
And we'll see you next week.
Oh, good job, dudes.
We did it.
Better the chance.